And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Gary Hebert, the man, the myth, the legend. I was amazed, and I was looking to become a better skater myself, and I wanted to be like Gary.
When you look at a guy like this, he's one of the most talented people in his profession. He's been given gifts by God.
It can get frustrating at times when you're trying things that, that maybe don't come as quickly to you as other things. And, you never really felt that sense of frustration with Gary. It was always about improvement and positive reinforcement.
Was it really the end? Was that head injury really the end? God has called Gary to continue to be a blessing to others and to be a passionate example.
My name is Gary Hebert, and this is the World Academy of Hockey, otherwise known as the Inside Edge.
I would recommend anybody that have a chance to come to his hockey school. I think it would be well worth it. It would be rewarding to all the kids and anyone coaches, from whether it's an adult, a professional player, to a little kid like a Mike or a Squirt.
Gary, from day one, has been instrumental to my hockey career. I started out as a potential Division III player, and Gary brought me single-handedly through high school and into a top Division I prospect. I owe it all to Gary, the biggest legend on and off ice there's ever been.
Listen, watch, learn, be confident, and have faith. Those are the answers I was brought to. Yet, I only now am really learning how truly important those 5 things are.
Through preparation, through appropriate thoughtfulness and thinking, we can learn to untie the typical knots between our ears that drive us into underachievement and underperformance. And lo and behold, we can learn things to fulfill our God-given potential.
Gary has the innate ability to make people not only better players, but better people. The life lessons they learn from Gary are incredible.
I can always remember leaving that rink knowing as a player I got better, or I had something to improve on to get better. And I think that's what you excelled on as a coach, is giving us the knowledge to know what we needed to do to get better.
There's coaches who know the game, but can you communicate and create passion in your kids and in your players? And Gary's able to do that.
Gary's got great knowledge and the great hands, but more importantly, his ability to connect with people and care for them. His communication skills, to me, really stand out and separate him, and that's why he's one of the best, in the world.
Gary's a legend. He's a special, special man.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
It was during a live World Wrestling Federation pay-per-view 25 years ago today that the unthinkable happened. Owen Hart, a 34-year-old professional wrestler who was dressed as his superhero character, the Blue Blazer, plummeted 78 feet to his death in the middle of the ring. Owen was set to descend via a harness and grapple line in true superhero fashion. Unfortunately, the rigging malfunctioned, and he released from his harness, prematurely crashing chest first into the ring post. Owen was an incredible wrestler, a loving man, and a presence that has been sorely missed in the wrestling industry since his untimely passing. What is going on, everybody, and welcome to tonight's special retro watch-along presentation of WWF Over the Edge 1999, where, as I stated a moment ago, the unthinkable happened, and we lost the life of Owen Hart. We are taking just a couple of moments before we start everything. We're going to try to start things as close to 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern as possible. We are awaiting the arrival of our other commentator, Simple Man Noah Foster, who's going to be joining us. And as some of you guys know, we have opened up a private Discord to where some of you guys can actually view the footage of the event if you have never seen it. It's not on the Peacock network. So if you guys would like the ability to see that via the private Discord, it is a $5 super chat to the Casa D18 Studios or to the Jeff Meacham Network. We have 2 spots available to be able to watch because we don't want to bog the Discord server down. But it's a rarity that we give you guys the opportunity to view stuff because we don't want to get shut down, and copywritten. So we're giving you this very rare opportunity. If you would like to do that, super chat, and we will have the information for the Discord sent to you. I see that you're ready, Wesley. I appreciate that you are eager to jump into this, but let's try to give a few moments. Like I said, we're going to try to wait for the top of the hour. I know the Simple Man is watching TNA Impact right now. That'll be going off the air here in little under 10 minutes. And then he will be coming over, but I wanted to give time for people to find the stream that maybe didn't know about it. Please share the link to the stream across your social medias. Share the YouTube link. Let's try to get a lot of people in here, because while on YouTube you're not going to be able to see the footage, it'll be just like our normal watch-alongs. You'll still be able to hear Noah and I react to this. I have seen the pay-per-view once, maybe twice in my life. If I remember correctly, Noah has never seen this show. So this is going to be all brand new for him. All instinctual, guttural reactions to seeing everything play out. Obviously, he knows of the tragedy that befell us that evening. We even have Sunday Night Heat that we're going to be calling to go into it. So I don't know if you have that part, Wesley, but you can go to YouTube. You can find Sunday Night Heat in full. That's where we got the copy of ours from that we're going to be running, and watch that along with, if you don't already have it. And give you guys a few minutes to find that on YouTube as well. Just look up Sunday Night Heat, May 23rd, 1999. And you should be able to find it. It should be the first video that pops up when you guys search for it. Looks like everyone is starting to pop into the Discord. We're just waiting on Noah to join the room here in the stream. Watched it live once and never again. Yeah, I actually missed the live broadcast. I was pretty new into wrestling at the time, and so we skipped this pay-per-view. And after hearing about everything that happened, I found somebody who had made a copy of it and was selling it on eBay. Came into possession of it that way because WWF never released this as a VHS to purchase. It was never released as a DVD to purchase. It was just essentially lost media. You either saw it that night or you had to dig the dark web. And that's what we did to find the show, to be able to piece it together and have, like I said, with Sunday Night Heat, the entire show from 25 years ago tonight. He did just pop into the room. We've said his name a couple times and he's appeared. He is not Joe Hendry. He is the simple man with the spectacular voice, Noah Foster.
Hello.
How are you doing this evening, good sir? Hopefully TNA got your spirits up for what we know is going to be a somber show.
And looking at the timestamp window, I'm in for quite a ride, I could tell, considering I barely remember any of this, considering this was, again, all the way back in 1999. But I'm doing all right. Been a nice, quiet work day from home, and then I got to get out here 6 a.m. in the morning tomorrow to head downtown to work. But prior to that, we're honoring a guy that never reached that next point in his career where he should have, but he was taken away way too soon. As good old JR says, tomorrow's never guaranteed. Also, prayers and well wishes to the entire family of good old JR, Jim Ross, and I hope that JR is doing fine. It's going to be a very unique honoring, to say the least, and trip down memory lane.
Yeah, definitely. And I was talking with Jeff and even James last night when we were doing our test and getting everything set up. This is an interesting card, like when you really get right down to it, as far as what the pay-per-view presented to us. We have the tag team champions, Kane and X-Pac, defending their titles against D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry. We have hardcore title action, Al Snow and Hardcore Holly. We've got the Road Dogg, Jesse James, versus the badass Billy Gunn, as DX was imploding at the time.
And, of course, DX was also feuding with, themselves, and Triple H, of course, was dealing with The Rock.
Exactly. Triple H fought The Rock on this evening. We had a mixed tag match of Val Venus and Nicole Bass versus Jeff Jarrett and Deborah. And then, of course, our main event match, Stone Cold versus The Undertaker. The Undertaker, deep in his ministry of darkness, like full-on cloak, devil beard, the whole nine. Like, it was an interesting show.
Yeah, and of course.
Then even on Sunday Night Heat, which we're going to get, I don't think I even remember. I may have watched Heat the night this aired, because as I was saying before you came in, I didn't watch the pay-per-view live. So I may have watched Sunday Night Heat that evening, and I've never seen it since. We've got the Hardy Boys in action. We've got against Goldust and the Blue Meanie. We have Too Sexy Brian Christopher, pre-Grandmaster Sexay, taking on Sean Stasiak when he was Meat with PMS. And I can hear it in the Discord. We are running the video now, getting to see, man, it's going to be cool reliving this.
It's going to be a journey. So for the next 3 hours on this very special, unique, privately endorsed, honoring Owen Hart, Jeff Beecham Network Retro watch-along event. The first one of its kind, and honestly, the first one of what might become, a trend to follow under unique circumstances. We look back at the Rocket. We look back at the true King of Hearts. We look back at a man who you thought was literally bound to be WWF champion, Owen Hart.
Yeah, and who's to say what could have happened for Owen had this tragedy not unfolded? I mean, you think about with the brand split that came just 3 years later, could he have been a brand champion? I doubt he would have gotten it during this era still, the 99-2000 era, when we've got Austin and Rock and Triple H and all that going on. But once we got to the brand split, who knows what could have happened for Owen, As we're getting the OG intro here to Sunday Night Heat, I mean, just
damn,
what memories here. You got Masked Kane, you got D'Lo with the chest protector, you got China, the Brood. Like,
this
memories,
takes me back.
man.
This takes me back. I'm not going to lie, man. This takes me back.
And of course, the WWF scratch logo.
Yes.
It was Kansas City, Missouri, the Kemper Arena 25 years ago tonight. The Pyro's just going off here for Sunday Night Heat.
Yeah, I think Sunday Night Heat's going to bring us a showcase of, I believe, 3 matches before we actually get into the actual, what now is called PLE, back then pay-per-views. Michael Cole, of course. The fact that Michael Cole's been doing this for over 25 years, has only missed 4 shows. Say what you will about the man. That's dedication, damn it. Mad respect.
Yeah, Michael Cole and Kevin Kelly are Heat commentators for this evening.
I totally forgot about Kevin Kelly being the Heat commentator.
And here we start off with the corporate ministry coming out.
Yeah, being led by Shane McMahon.
Shane O'Mac. Yep. With the Acolytes, Midian, and Viscera all flanking him in a V-like formation.
The corporate ministry. With an alternate version, of course, of Vince McMahon's No Chance in Hell theme.
Yep, there's the big boss man as well.
R.I.P. Shane, one of two, by the way, special guest referees for the WWF Championship match. Of course, we talked about in our little pre-show stigma when it comes to The Rock and Triple H. We also, of course, talk about Stone Cold and The Undertaker. We saw during that video package, The Undertaker literally hung by his symbol, laughing maniacally.
Yes.
Of course, we have Heat that literally is 1 hour of action before Over the Edge officially begins.
Yeah, nowadays it's called a buy-in, it's all these different cool names back here. It was just Sunday Night Heat, or maybe the WWF Free-for-All, if you remember those.
Unfamiliar territory. Right now, as he has a microphone in his hand. 2 special guest referees. That just screams controversy. Especially when one of them's last name is McMahon.
Right.
George typing up the main event, which again, like you said, and we talked about, it's Undertaker and Stone Cold. What? Current world champion, Stone Cold! Stone Cold! You really think about this, though, when it comes to Undertaker and Stone Cold, this really stems all the way back to the first time we saw that cell face-to-face back at SummerSlam 1998. That's what I think about when I think about, oh, yeah, that's right, this match did happen here.
Yep.
As Shane's already playing the special guest referee rule, making sure Stone Cold throws no tricks.
Shane says he's been taking his job seriously, been working out, training in the rain. Everyone in Kansas City calls him an asshole.
That's fitting.
Think about this for a moment, Noah. This was one of those rare moments where Vince McMahon was actually the babyface.
Right? Babyface and Vince in the same sentence. It just doesn't seem logical.
Which means that he was on Austin. It would only be a couple weeks later where he would reveal himself as the higher power.
I'm not gonna lie.
So this was still Vince like puppet mastering Austin into that false sense of security.
Right, because he was pulling the strings the entire time. That still warped my mind to this day when that happened. I was like, what? Oh, come on.
Mideon's going to go up against Stone Cold tonight.
Yeah, have Stone Cold compete twice.
Yeah, you'd get about a 2.5 hour break in between matches.
Well, that's one hell of a mission statement. So I guess the main surprise for Stone Cold was you're going to have another match against another member of the corporate ministry ahead of facing The Undertaker. Corporate ministry doing everything they can to hold absolute power and control in the WWF at the time. And of course, you hold the WWF Championship, you hold all the power.
And look at how young Michael Cole and Kevin Kelly are here.
Right?
Look at The Rock, still looking corporate, but he's a babyface at this point. He's left the corporation.
Yeah, I'm about to say he left the corporation and became pretty much the People's Champion at this point before the People's Champion moniker was a thing. We got a stretch limousine arriving here. That's Vince McMahon.
That's Mr. McMahon himself, flanked by his associates, Patterson and Briscoe.
The Stooges. Let's call it what it is. The original Stooges.
But at this point, he's a babyface, so they're his associates.
Fair enough. What happened during the commercial break?
Howard Finkel
telling him what Shane did. Vince saying he's not going to get away with that. Thanks, Howard.
Saying he's not going to get away with it.
Looks like we're going to get ready for our first bit of action here now on Sunday Night Heat. On Thursday night. And we've got the swear for a moment.
The guys that would become too cool.
I
Too
kid you
sexy
not.
Brian Christopher and Scott Too Hot Taylor.
I swear for a moment I thought I was hearing a remix of the Rockers theme, and then I thought I was looking at the Rockers like, what the hell is this? So Brian Christopher with a huge opportunity here. Talking about Shane McMahon warming up. These two guys trying to warm up their ways. Just make a name for themselves in the WWF.
And here come the Pretty Mean Sisters, PMS, with their piece of meat, as it were. Ryan Shamrock, Terry Runnels, and Jacqueline.
Holy heck, that's what freaking Shamrock was. Well, I mean, he's definitely a woman's man. A certified male. Is he an American male? I don't know. That was a thing back in 1999.
No, but think about it. You know, you've got Sean Stasiak here, who of course would go to WCW, become a natural born thriller, actually achieve some potential there, show what he's really worth. This was about 6 months before Kurt Angle debuted, and he was Kurt Angle's first match.
Well, I guess this was some sort of meat before the meat division did exist in 2023. I'll be damned.
Yep.
I mean, I remember Chocolate Thunder. I remember The Godfather, but I don't remember meat in 1999. Oh,
yeah.
And here we go right now. It's Brian right now going off in singles competition here.
I want to say meat was around the same time that they had Mosh doing Harry Beaver cleavage.
Something about this doesn't feel right to me, but I have to remember it's 1999, not 2024, where that seems more common nowadays in today's culture.
Well, double bicep there by Meat as he throws some punches into Brian Christopher in the corner there.
And Meat right now looking to take his own pound of meat from his opponent up in the fireman's carry. Oh my!
F5 type maneuver there as Ryan Shamrock cheers him on from the outside.
Yeah, for those that don't
I'm not
know,
going to lie. I had a huge crush on Ryan Shamrock back in the
Ken
day.
Shamrock would have killed you.
This is fair, but still.
Irish whip to Brian there in the corner as the Lady Posse watches on as Meat just got literally caught in the jaw with a boot. You see Brian Shamrock right now.
Not too happy with that.
And walking away right now. Meat taken down. Wait a minute, Scott Taylor right now, and Ryan and another woman near fall for Brian. And all this is 1999, so yeah, all hell's breaking loose. And there they're going here.
Yep. Ryan Shamrock distracting Scott Taylor as Jacqueline is up on the ring apron distracting Brian Christopher.
Good boy, that's Jacqueline. I'll be damned. Need the back, and oh, Meat just took him down. And a hook of the leg, and it's over. Give the assist to the pretty.
I believe the Big Show called that maneuver the final cut when he used it for a while.
Well, I mean, hey, with the Meat and PMS, what a combination made in WWF. I mean, Meat may not have, the most brains right now. Wait a minute, what the hell?
It's the Hardy Boys and Michael P.S. Hayes, Noah, the father of the Hardy Boys. Right around this time is when the Hardys had gone through their makeover to adopt the persona that we know most of them. Twist of Fate from Jeff.
But what's this unprovoked attack have to do with anything, though? The Hardy Boys have just taken control of the ring and wiped out Rockers 2.0. Clearly, the Hardys sending a clear message. They will not be overlooked. And we go backstage now with Vince McMahon and his associates. I'm sure there's a lot of business right now on Vince McMahon's mind. He's walking with a purpose, as always. So I'm already confused as hell. Again, 1999, Meat and PMS. Why does that just sound wrong together in the same sentence?
Well, you have to remember, this was Vince Russo in his prime.
Oh.
The same man who gave us TNA and a stable called Sex.
Oh,
so
right.
Meat, PMS, this is characteristic Russo here. I'm just saying.
I'm surprised.
I will defend Vince Russo about a lot of stuff. I can't help him when it comes to the names that he's picked for stables and units, though.
I'm surprised Vince Russo's picture is not in the dictionary next to the word innuendo. And Vince McMahon coming out to the arena right now.
The Queen has that because one of their albums was called Innuendo.
Fair. Probably was more appropriate, though. Of course, we know Shane McMahon already talked about how there's two special guest referees. He's already enforced the law that if Stone Cold puts his hand on him or tries to get disqualified, he will lose the championship and have to relinquish it to The Undertaker. And Vince McMahon has also learned that Stone Cold will be in another match prior to defending the WWF Championship, as Over the Edge is 40 minutes and 6 seconds away from officially beginning here on the virtual airways of this collaborative feed.
Give or take, because you got to remember Sunday Night Heat had commercials and the commercials been taken out. So
that's fair. Uh-oh.
Vince McMahon's got something to say to Shane McMahon regarding his announcement.
Let's be honest here. This father and son conflict has been going on far before 1999. And of course, we also know both these men, they are co-owners of the WWF. Man, look at the scoff at Shane's face. It's on your mind. Right. I mean, 50% is 50%, though, to be fair. Then again, I guess if he yields with 70, that's 25%. Screw people's careers, screw people's lives, screw people. Gee, where have I heard that before?
It's a little bit too perfect coming from Vince, though, isn't it? I mean, like,
yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to call the kettle black here, but breach of contract. Now, there's one thing Vince can't fight. It's a contract. And Austin screw one way or another. The definition of a catch-22.
yeah, the deck is definitely stacked in the Undertaker's favor from this evening.
How many times am I going to hear over the edge tonight? What's he saying? More replacement? The replacement? Minion versus who? Okay. Damn. What?
Vince versus Midian.
He's in a full suit. And Shane said it'll be the special guest referee for that match. Come on now. You can't do that. Oh my gosh. Vince just signed a death warrant. That's suicide. What the hell is he thinking? Look at the smirk on Shane's face.
Is he thinking?
Clearly not. Vince McMahon versus Mania with Shane McMahon special referee. Uh-oh. You want to talk about another
Rock
guy
is in the
off?
building.
The People's Champ has arrived at Sunday Night Heat. I understand standing up for yourself, but putting your own body at risk, I think that's where you have to draw the line. There's nowhere in hell.
There's pride and there's being too proud.
Yeah,
and I think right now Vince is bordering on too proud.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we know how proud Vince McMahon is, not only of his business, but also what he, stands for, whether you agree with it or not, even back in 1999. If Vince feels like that, integrity is being put to the side, according to him, and the abuse of power is happening, he's going to stand up against it, even if it's at his own risk of his well-being, considering how old this man is. But Vince McMahon, you say he's going to lead by example. He's going to teach his son a lesson without laying a hand on him. He's going to do that against Minion while Shane McMahon counts the 3, if he forces him to. And, of course, tension's running high all night, not just with the McMahons, but, of course, tension's running high with The Rock versus Triple H to the come tonight. You see The Rock, of course, with that heavily bandaged up left arm.
And, if you look at that render there, you would think that's babyface Triple H and heel Rock. But it's the complete opposite.
Well, again, how many times did, like you said, Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, Rock, Triple H, people A-B went from A-B to B-A in and out of the Attitude Era before the turn of the millennium? Triple H and The Rock, prime example.
Fair. That's fair. What's going, Matt? Good to see you joining the chat room. We're doing well this evening, brother.
Yeah, good to see everybody, by the way. I hope you're enjoying this special. Again, we're here to honor Owen as we take a trip back in time with the first ever JMN Multiverse of Media retro watch-along event. And honestly, I'm personally down for more of these. If this is a trend that people support and there's other moments in history that we can honor and look back upon. Golly!
Definitely something worthy of discussion amongst the multiverse.
Exactly. You see right now, worthy of discussion, where the actions of Triple H and the corporate ministry trapping The Rock in that coffin, welling away the lid while he was in there with a sledgehammer after bashing his arm with that sledgehammer against the steel ring steps. the violent physical lengths that Triple H went to break The Rock.
Well, I mean, these two guys have been intertwined since The Rock made his debut at Survivor Series 96.
Yeah, and to think that
Like
really,
a lot of people don't remember that they go back that far.
well, I think people first remember when Mark Henry and China had an altercation, and then that would start the feud between DX and Nation of Domination. This goes far beyond that. This is simply The Rock and Triple H.
Yeah.
One at their best, one at their worst.
Like I said, going back to Rock's debut at the Garden, Triple H was on the opposition. When Rock won his first Intercontinental title, he defeated Triple H.
Triple H, yep.
Like, they've been intertwined all the way up until now with Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns earlier this year and how Triple H is in charge.
25 years later, as Triple H now leads the new era, and The Rock's a member of the board on TKO.
Seriously, like they're still intertwined in a game of one-upsmanship to this day.
But the fact of the matter is, you look at today, what is the factors today, JJ? The freaking Rock is Triple H's boss, technically. Triple H may run WWE, but The Rock owns it, practically.
Yep.
As we go back to 1999 now, and it looks like the People's Champ is about to speak. Oh boy. It was flash for your eyes. Which uncertain.
Kind of prophetic words in retrospect.
Right. Whip your heart out. Not whip your candy ass, whip your heart out. Okay. Make your monkey ass famous. Once lost, now found.
Going to help him find his way.
Hotel, the SmackDown Hotel. Of course, we know SmackDown became a thing because of that phrase.
Yep. Complimentary dinner at the Candy Ass Cafe. I forgot about that one.
When did that close? The Rock Burger with rock sauce.
I think the Candy Ass Cafe outlasted WWF New York.
Accurate. There's the phrase I was waiting for. Get up your candy ass. Rock's in a mood tonight.
Oh, man. Moment of silence. I love this. Is my favorite Triple H theme.
Fair. Oh.
Nothing against Lemmy or Motorhead, but that will forever be my Triple H theme. Rest in peace, Joni Lauer, China.
I look at China back then. I look at most women now. Most women can't hold a candle up to her.
Nope.
Not even Rhea.
I still wish we could have had China versus Beth.
You and me both, brother.
The ninth wonder of the world versus the Glamazon.
Yeah, a woman that was anything but diva in a diva's era. Poignant words by Triple H as he goes one-on-one with The Rock.
Candy ass.
Wait for it. That subtle pause.
Yep.
Rock and Triple H once again renewing hostilities, looking to take each other over the edge. While The Rock is wrestling with a broken arm. Then again, that cast, I mean, theoretically, that could be used as a weapon.
Yep.
We've seen
Worked
that
for Cowboy Bob Orton for a number of years.
If I say Cowboy Bob Orton was like the pioneer behind that. I still
We
can't
see
believe Vince is
Vince
going through with
McMahon
this.
getting suited up for action here this evening.
As we're backstage now with Michael Hayes, the Hardy Boys. Is that Jeff speaking or Matt? Oh, that's Matt.
It's Matt speaking.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's Matt. He's got the darker hair. Now, you want to talk about themes. This is the iconic theme, one of my favorite themes of all time, Goldust.
No doubt. No doubt. Goldust's theme is low-key a banger.
Well, again, Jim Johnson. And we got the Blue Meanie. I'm sorry.
I love the Blue Meanie.
I can't.
Anybody who bases his gimmick off of a Beatles reference is good by me. He even hails from Pepperland. Like, come on.
He just embraces the madness, is what I'm hearing. This is a very unique combination, to say the least. I've never seen before. I've seen Goldust, of course, with Terry Reynolds. I've seen Goldust with Booker T. I've seen Goldust with Stardust. I don't ever recall seeing Goldust with the Blue Meanie. Let's go that separate.
Oh yeah, that was 1999. It was Goldust and Blue Dust for a while.
Blue Dust. Crispy M&Ms. I don't think that's a thing anymore, is it? Anyway.
WWF The Music Volume 3, baby.
Available at your local Circuit
I owned
City.
that.
Well. Michael Hayes, Freebird. He's got that cane in hand, too. And then Jeff the Hardy Boys. Set for action here. We're already kicking things off. Less than 21 minutes according to this clock up here in the top left-hand corner of the feed. That Over the Edge officially begins. And, of course, we're still monitoring the Vince McMahon, challenge thrown out that he accepted. Crazy mother.
Great double team work there early on by Matt and Jeff Hardy.
Jack. About to say,
Side Russian leg sweep by Jeff.
Good elbow drop there. Covered now by Hardy. It's a 2 count. And right now we have, to your point, I believe that's Matt Hardy with the Blue Meanie. Oh, nice net breaker. Here now comes Goldust. Able to work on Matt Hardy. Irish whip right now. Blue Meanie putting himself in harm's way to protect Goldust. To your point, the Blue Meanie has looked more as Goldust as as a friend versus just a partner. It's a very unique tag team relationship. I do remember subtle notes about it. Dustin Rhodes himself.
Well, yeah, I mean, it started off as a rivalry, a feud, and then it turned into this almost like a Trish and Mickey stalkerish type of thing that turned into a tag team. It was weird for a little bit, but the Blue Meanie did his part.
Well, Goldust and weird, that just sounds as normal as, salt and pepper. Nice drop kick in the cover, hook of the leg. It's a 2 count. Jeff Hardy does on Goldust for great poetry and motion synergy earlier. Of course, the Hardy Boys still one of the most well-respected and defined tag teams in wrestling based on their legacy of extreme. Goldust right now in the corner being worked over by Jeff Hardy here. Of course, still the kind of night JMN stacking the deck every way possible to complete his plan to claim the WWF Championship for the corporate ministry and hold absolute control over the WWF. Double leg takedown. And Goldust right now teeing off against Jeff Hardy here. Again, Vince McMahon putting himself in harm's way to literally teach his son a lesson, and he may end up regretting it.
We see Goldust here just staying on top of Jeff. Jeff trying to get some separation wherever he can. Finally takes Goldust down to his back. Goes for a pinfall here. Only a 2 count.
It gets the shoulder up there. Again, Jeff Hardy isolating Goldust in the middle of the ring. And let's keep this in mind, JJ, while we keep talking about the bigger story here. There are 2 special guest referees for the WWF Championship match, Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon. If Shane succeeds in taking out Vince prior to that, then Shane's the only official for the WWF Championship match.
Yep. Just doing whatever he can to continue stacking the deck against Austin.
And against his father. And if he could has his father to that for interest, that's a double victory for Shane McMahon. Nice jawbreaker there by Goldust, trying to finally get back to his feet, create separation, coming off the ropes. Oh. Look for that elbow drop, but I think Jeff Hardy just rolled out of the way. Great maneuver there, but
great standing moonsault there.
It's 2 count.
You see Michael Hayes trying to fire him up from the outside there.
Of course, we know we have a 8-man elimination tag action coming ahead as well.
Yes, the corporate ministry versus the union. Anybody else remember the union? Even Pepperidge Farms barely remembers the union.
Well, you remember one person from the union because you remember Mankind, and then it's like, and then the union was a thing.
Yeah, for those of you out there that forget the union storyline, it was basically all members of the corporation that had been wronged and fired by Vince McMahon. So he had Mankind, The Big Show, Test, and Ken Shamrock all came together for this stable.
And Goldust trying to put together a plan to make a tag after a ridiculous power bomb to Jeff Hardy, unable to capitalize. Both men down the middle of the ring, though. Critical moment here. Jeff Hardy reaching out towards his brother Matt Hardy. Michael P.S. Hayes encouraging him. Goldust, though, still has a lot more distance to cover, trying to make it a little Blue Meaning. There's a tad of Matt. There's a tad of Blue Meanie.
Blue Meanie just throwing them shots, taking down the Hardy Boys one at a time.
And momentum has completely shifted in this match in favor of Goldust and Blue Dust. I can't believe I just said that. Shots to the midsection now. The Hardys trying to work over the Blue Meanie. The double Irish whip off the ropes. And double clothesline takes down the Hardy brothers. And man, Jeff Hardy in trouble right now. The Blue Meanie picking up speed and momentum. Big splash in the corner to Matt. 335, by the way, Blue Meanie weighs. Put that in perspective, folks.
And Meanie looks like he's going for his patented Meanie salt there, Noah.
Off the top rope, Matt Hardy in the drop zone, and it connects. This could be at the cover, and Jeff saves the matchup for his team. Of course, Goldust right now coming into the aid of the Blue Meaning after Jeff Hardy broke up that pin. And P.S. Hayes trying to get a shot in, but Goldust takes him down. And Jeff flies and wipes Goldust on the outside. He caught Hazelor right here and then caught full body Jeff Hardy. And Matt Hardy, the legal man, with a twist of fate to the Blue Meanie. Into the cover. Hook of the leg. The Hardy brothers win this match.
The lights are going dark, Noah. Oh.
Hey, wait. That looks like Brood to me.
Yes, sir. The originators of the flashing red lights. We saw it last night on Dynamite as Adam Copeland revisited his roots and gave Malachi Black a bloodbath. And here we go, seeing it in prime time, baby.
Yeah, but where are they? Oh, no! A receipt coming from Michael Hayes. To your point, the Hardys and Hayes gets a bloodbath. This rivalry heating up between the Hardys and the Brood. After the Hardys apparently got the better of the Brood last week, now we see Shane McMahon backstage hyping up Midian.
Yeah, and I just have to point this one thing out because you may have forgotten about this, but I heard you call Matt's finisher the Twist of Fate because that's what we all know it as. But back here, it was called Just Like That.
Oh.
Michael Hayes originally came up with it because we wanted something that you could hit out of anywhere. could just come quickly, just like that.
That's fair, and I
That's
wonder
what its original's name was before it became the Twist of Fate, which we all know.
Yeah, about to say, I mean, how long have we called it the Twist of Fate? And then at one time when he betrayed his brother was the Twist of Hate. WrestleMania 25, folks. Yeah, I know we all remember that match when Jeff Hardy broke his coccyx.
Yeah, I try to forget that match.
Yeah, right. As of right now.
Just like that didn't last long, so we've been calling it Twist of Fate for probably about 25 years.
Give or take.
But that was the original name of that move. And just thought I'd point it out because I even heard Michael Cole calling it that on commentary there. So
yeah, about to say, so it's not just me. And of course, right now they're having up the 8-man elimination match where the Union will go up against the corporate ministry. And Ken Shamrock choking out Shane McMahon. Well, that's nothing new.
Yeah, no.
I mean, again, when Ken Shamrock's unhinged, there's no stopping that man.
But when isn't Ken Shamrock unhinged?
Yeah, right. You see the chaos continuing across Raw as War in and out of the ring, at the ringside area, up the entranceway, in the backstage area. It all comes ahead. This is so weird.
Such a ragtag bunch of misfits when you look at it. You know, the guy that was originally billed as the son of Andre the Giant, the guy that was supposedly the bodyguard for freaking Motley Crue, a former UFC fighter, and one of the original backyard hardcore icons. Like, what in the actual hell is this team, Noah?
But I guess it doesn't matter as the Union just got trapped behind a forklift. And Vince McMahon has no idea what happened, which means right now Vince McMahon is truly going into a suicide zone. There will be nobody to come to his aid. Vince McMahon going one-on-one with Mideon to not only assure that Stone Cold Steve Austin will go on 100% for his WWE Championship match, but also try to make sure that Shane McMahon is not the sole special guest referee. 2 referees, 1 goal, 1 title. Undertaker, Stone Cold, WWF Championship. And of course, they're hyping up Over the Edge here one more time. WWF.com. I remember going to that website when I should have.
Sponsored by 1-800-COLLECT.
I remember that jingle.
Do you remember former WCW champion David Arquette being a sponsor for 1-800-COLLECT?
I do. Oh, good Lord. And we're going backstage right
with
now.
His double braided ponytail. What the?
The Union trying to find a way to break down that door and move that forklift. Not even Big Show can move that much weight. As we go back out to the arena, and we see the corporate ministry once again coming out, escorting Mideon. And for Shane McMahon, the statement and the mission is clear. Take out Vince McMahon. Make sure he is not going to be part of the main event as special guest referee number 2. Shane McMahon making sure that he does everything possible, not only that he can leave with the WWE Championship, but he is the sole referee that decides that fate. Maybe it's that member you just don't think about when it comes to the corporate ministry or the dark ministry. He's the guy you forget.
Who, Mideon?
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember Mideon, but then again, I have a reason to remember Mideon because of his Doc Holliday tattoo. I was always fascinated by his Doc Holliday tattoo.
Well, at least you got something to actually remember him by. I still can't believe this is happening. Even then, Vince was just jacked.
For real. Like, for 55, 56 years old, whatever he was back then, like, dude, for real.
Oh, here we go. Vince McMahon with the double 10 on not wasting no time right now. Taking down Mideon. Again, Shane McMahon is the referee for this match. And Shane McMahon putting his hands on the competitors. Oh, and Vince just decked his son. And he took down Midian.
And now one for Midian. Vince McMahon ran to the ring and managed to not tear both of his quads.
But this is 2005. And JMN trying to tear him away right now. Now looking for a sleeper hold. And now, oh, look at this. This game mentality by the corporate ministry.
Of course. I mean, you got Patterson and Briscoe out there, so the corporate ministry making sure that they're a non-factor, leaving it Midian versus Vince.
Shane McMahon
and then Shane with his
Vince.
cheap shots there in the corner.
Exactly. Look at Shane McMahon literally abusing his authority as referee, trying to destroy Vince McMahon, making sure he's not part of the main event. Vince has got a whole lot worse. And Vince taking to the outside now. The corporate ministry just literally teeing off against Vince McMahon, and Vince sent over the Spanish announce table. Or no, wait, that's the normal one. I forgot to say. I remember the red tops. I miss the red tops, actually. I like when the tables actually have more of a personality with them. And again, we talked about it earlier. Vince McMahon literally going into his own suicide here. Ushering his own death warrant right now. This isn't even a lumberjack match. It's not handicap. It's not no disqualification. It's literally just a beatdown by the corporate ministry and Sherman teeing off against his own dad. Uh-oh. Now the chair right now braced up against his man's leg on the steel steps.
Jesus.
Shades of what happened, if you all remember what happened a few years ago, courtesy of the Brothers of Destruction, that ankle might have been shattered. This is what the corporate ministry was all about back then, led by Shane McMahon. Oh, not again. Oh, jeez. I think the corporate ministry just neutralized the second special guest referee. Mission accomplished. This is a man unable to even get to his own feet right now.
Well, of course, this was never about an actual match. This was all about crippling Vince McMahon so he can't come to the ring later on this evening.
And I think they accomplished their mission right now. Patterson and Briscoe checking on Vince McMahon while the corporate ministry is thankfully making their leave. Damage done, though, most definitely. Jim McMahon has pretty much gave himself a 99% insurance right now that he will make sure The Undertaker leads with, uh-oh.
What? The Texas Rattlesnake has just arrived in Kansas City, Missouri.
And speaking
as
of which,
Sunday Night Heat goes off the air.
Which means we're about to go over the edge.
And we're going right into it, folks.
We ain't wasting time here.
The Undertaker.
And then the dog.
This was always my favorite version of Undertaker, the Ministry of Darkness Undertaker. I don't remember if I got to see him, though, as this, because I think, no, I didn't. Because my first show was the night after WrestleMania 2000, and by then he was already on hiatus, and he would come back in May as the biker.
Right, American Badass.
So I never got to see this version of Undertaker live and in person. Thank you.
That's crazy, though, when you think about it. I mean, I've never got to see Undertaker live, but I feel the closest thing
Not
I
at
can
all?
see. No, I feel the closest thing I see to it to this day when it comes to a certain mental warfare and a presence is Malachi Black. And I've seen Malachi Black wrestle Dustin Rhodes one-on-one. Phenomenal match live. Seeing the House of Black live is something crazy.
I got to see Undertaker as the biker once or twice during the invasion. And then I got to see him as the dead man against Randy Orton, of course, at WrestleMania 21. And then I saw him at Judgment Day 04 as well. I might have seen him a few other times, but I know those times for sure I saw him.
Yeah, and here's another thing about 1999.
And really quickly, we are now live with Over the Edge 1999. The pyros are going off. The show is official right now, Noah. As the smoke fills the arena, we're starting to see the sign Stone Cold Call Me, 1-800-COLLECT.
And good old JR in the prominent position as he always should be, as he's ready to take us all over the edge. And we are taking everybody here over the edge in the first ever Retro Watch Long event. Welcome everybody to the show. Hello everybody. Once again, I am the Cement Noah Foster alongside of Renegade Wrestling JJ Woods. We take a trip down memory lane in the time capsule, honoring Owen Hart 25 years ago as we take you back to WWF and we go over the edge. Speaking of going over the edge, we saw prior to this on Heat, the corporate ministry over the edge antics, shattering Vince McMahon's ankle, making sure he is not going to take part as the second special guest referee in the main event to come tonight for the WWF Championship. Stone Cold defending the gold against The Undertaker. Speaking of going over the edge,
it's time to start off the show with tag team title action, Noah.
Yeah, with the definition of degenerates. Classic Titantron, of course. D-Generation's own X-Pac.
Before he had Go Away Heat.
Yeah, right.
Before it was called X-Pac Heat.
Yeah.
In fact, I want to say that started right around the time he turned on Kane. But it was called X-Pac Heat.
Well, considering how much heat he got from that, I'm not surprised one bit. There's one we can say about X-Pac, though. Before X-Pac Heat was a thing, X-Pac is one resilient, dynamic in-ring competitor. And to your point, defending the WWF Tag Team Championships here tonight at Over the Edge in our opening contest. Uh-oh. And that subtle red ambiance can only mean one thing. Big Red Machine's about to make his way into the building. Oh my!
Coming through Hellfire and Brimstone, Noah. OG Kane.
Yep. Yeah, it's only JR would usher him in.
God.
Very unique tag team. The first definition of stringed bedfellows before the rock and sock connection. Got Howard Finkel, of course, as the ring announcer. Again, what I loved also about these shows back then, the theme songs were not pop garbage, and the shows actually had a physical dynamic in appearance. Just saying. Anyway.
Laying the belt down, raise the arms.
Oh! And Heat fades up. And Jerry the King Lawler. Jerry and JR, the commentary team for me for life. Don't care what anyone says. And here comes bobblehead D'Lo Brown.
Yep.
Accompanied by Ivory.
With Ivory, man.
Whoa.
Yes.
JJ, you all right, brother? Ivory and...
I forgot about this. I forgot that she ran with them for a little bit.
About to say, she ran with the Nation of Domination for a little bit. Of course, D'Lo Brown also former European champion, but of course, it's for the WWF Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, we talked a little bit earlier about the rivalry between The Rock and Triple H, and no doubt we'll get more in depth with that when we get to their match, but you can't undersell the rivalry of D'Lo Brown and X-Pac. They had a hell of a rivalry over that European title.
Good, you got Mark Henry there, aka Sexual Chocolate, as he was known at the time. Mark Henry, the world's strongest man. Apparently was involved in the 1996-1997 Olympics. And right now we're going to see which team members start on each side. Looks like it might be X-Pac and D'Lo.
Yeah.
Red hot crowd here. Of course, those crowds were unfiltered. And 100%
X-Pac telling Ivory to suck it. Some people may actually remember Ivory, Noah, as Tina Ferrari from the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling back in the days.
I wouldn't have known that, honestly, because, again, I didn't keep up with that show. But it just goes to show how far wrestling transcends. D'Lo Brown.
I never watched Glow back in the days myself, but I did do my homework. So
that's fair. Again,
I remember discovering about her when the internet first became a big thing.
I was say I didn't know what homework was or the internet practically was back then. I was only 7 years old.
That's fair. That's fair. I was 22 at this point.
You were far more wise.
I would have turned 23 in August. So
there you go. D'Lo Brown catching X-Pac in the side headlock right now, controlling his opponent, keeping him close to his body, center of the ring.
D'Lo without that chest protector.
Yeah, I'm about to say, he doesn't have that chest protector with him anymore, so you wonder that was a deficit. How long he was able to get away with that nonsense. Well, he was one of the most prolific European champions because of the use of that. Great escape there by X-Pac.
Yeah, using Timmy White to his advantage. Goes into a nice Steamboat-esque arm drag.
And D'Lo Brown right now regathering himself and talking strategy with Mark Henry. An age where cell phones weren't really a thing, but signs were. Oh, gosh, that right jacked X-Pac's jaw. Another shot right there, X-Pac, dropping into his knee. D'Lo Brown teeing off against him. Nice power slam there by the former WWF European champion. Off the ropes, D'Lo Brown takes X-Pac again with the shoulder block. And the drop down, D'Lo Brown picked up speed. X-Pac looking for another arm tip toss. Up and over, though. Catching D'Lo Brown, hooking him up. Great athleticism there with the backdrop.
Nice side belly to back there.
Sitting back heel kick, follow up. It is wailing away.
D'Lo set up in the corner. You know what's coming here, Noah. It's time for X-Pac looking for that Bronco Buster, but D'Lo had it scouted.
Yeah, thankfully D'Lo had it scouted. I'm about to say.
D'Lo checking in with Mark Henry, who, if you notice, has no ring gear. He's just wearing a black shirt and jeans.
Yeah, he looks like he's there
Mark
to be
Henry didn't really wrestle a whole lot back at this point.
Well, apparently,
he was an
attraction. I thought he was just there to enforce stuff, not compete, but here's a whole different story now as he's tagged in. The 400-pound Mark Henry, sexual chocolate, as he was called back then. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Oh, boy.
Tag to Kane. It's about to be monster versus monster here, Noah.
Now, business just picked up. Kane with a big right hand, jacking Mark Henry, trying to take Mark Henry off his feet. 325 pounds on Kane, 400 pounds Mark Henry, 75-pound weight differential here. You can almost look at a 2-inch height differential, though, between the two competitors. X-Pac, of course, got to be careful, though, not to be disqualified. Same for D'Lo Brown. Both men have to remain in the corner, holding the tab ropes. Irish whip reversal by... Oh, man! A big splash by Mark Henry to Kane. Off the Irish whip. And Mark Henry right now is continuing the onslaught against the Big Red Machine in the corner. Up to the Reds 5 count. Bring him to the other side. Look at the strength. My God.
Great gorilla press slam here. The strength of the world's strongest man.
You don't call it the world's strongest man for no reason. Ivory approved. Came right back up, though, to his feet. And runs for Mark Henry with a clothesline.
Another one.
Again, both these men right now just trying to prove who truly is the alpha. Just underneath the clothesline came once again. Big drop kick takes Mark Henry down.
Huge drop kick from the agile big man there.
And I was
a leg drop across the throat.
We talked about X-Pac and his athleticism and his agility, so clearly Kane has taken some pointers from his tag team partner. Kane looking for the choke slam while Mark Henry immediately goes to his corner and tags D'Lo Brown in. Almost as if he was running away. Gotta wonder, though, if D'Lo Brown wants anything to do with Kane. I mean, I do wonder if Mark Henry, though, at that time could be chokeslam. I've seen people chokeslam through the ring during the Attitude Era, of course. Paul White. For those that don't know, Big Show.
D'Lo wants no part of Kane, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you realize the disadvantage he has right here against this monster, right? Staggering Kane, who refuses to move. Oh!
Of course, and these shots just having ill effect.
Big right, kicking up and over. D'Lo lands on his feet, and D'Lo up the ropes again. Doesn't hit the clothesline, trying to pick up speed, and Kane sees him down with a single boot. Not much you can do against that. D'Lo Brown once again going face to face with Kane. Now caught in the double goozle, hoisted up. Oh my lord! Overwhelming power of Kane driving him to his corner. X-Pac right now, I think he's literally encouraging Kane to continue this punishment. And why wouldn't you?
Well, of course, trying to get his partner to set D'Lo up for him. He missed it earlier, going for those gut kicks, back kick.
Again, great combination offense here. Oh my! X-Pac with another incredible spinning kick. Takes Mike Henry off the apron, though. And again, took his eyes on the opponent for a single second. D'Lo Brown able to capitalize. Hard Irish whip now into his opposing corner. D'Lo thinking an injury right now. Mark Henry. Oh, no.
Mark Henry paying dividends there, dropping X-Pac and then crotching him on the turnbuckle post.
D'Lo Brown right now taking advantage of Mark Henry's work. Good scoop slam there.
D'Lo going for his leg drop there.
A little bit of a flashing leg drop of sorts. Again, WWF Tag Team Championships are on the line, though. Let's keep in mind, even back then, titles could only change hands via pinfall or submission inside the ring.
Tag to Mark Henry.
This is a big turning point here right now for the challengers. That shot just cleared X-Pac to the other side of the ring. And Mark Henry right now isolating X-Pac. Of course, we know the desire to compete in the ring in the WWF, to thrive in the WWF. We know how much that holds on X-Pac here, especially with his time with Kane. Everyone trying to make a name for
Three of these
themselves.
men Hall of Famers now, Noah.
Yeah, right? Isn't that kind of crazy in 2024? And one's also a politician.
The only man not in the Hall of Fame is D'Lo.
And Mark Henry right now. Oh, God! World's strongest leg drop.
And unfortunately for D'Lo, unless they induct the Nation of Domination as a whole, I don't see it happening for him.
Nah, he had more, success as a producer working in TNA Impact Wrestling to get a Hall of Fame induction there than he did in WWF on his own. Big splash miss by Mark Henry as X-Pac's able to roll out of the way, save himself from certain destruction, and creating an opportunity right now to try and bring his partner back into the equation. X-Pac right now crawling to the wrong corner, though. Doesn't know where he's at. D'Lo Brown able to capitalize, take advantage, look for a cheap shot there against Kane. Didn't take Kane off his feet, though. Might have angered the Big Red Machine. Kane in there illegally, though. Again, X-Pac, the legal man, along with D'Lo and Mark Henry right now taking advantage of X-Pac on the outside. Dropping him across the barricade. Bringing him back inside right
Throws
now.
him back in the ring.
Again, the retaining wall, as they call it. Lateral press by D'Lo for 2 counts.
Ivory thought her boys had it there.
What's funny so far about this match, Ivory has not gotten involved in this match pretty much at all, except I think maybe 1 point for a possible heel trip up. It's been all D'Lo Brown strategizing, using Mark Henry to his advantage. Which, again, I don't blame him. Try and, weaken the smaller of the two, even if he has probably more speed over you. Hard Irish whip by X-Pac to D'Lo Brown. D'Lo gets him, though, with the elbow, and then D'Lo, once again, gets in the midsection. Now hooking him up. Uh-oh. Hoisting him up, and God!
That running powerbomb, that's the same move that ended up paralyzing Darren Drozdoff.
And it nearly got him the WWF
That running power slam.
Yeah, nearly got him the WWF Tag Team Championships, but Kane there for the save. Again, D'Lo Brown, very underrated for what he could do actually in that ring. Oof. And another, I hurt his knee there. I'm not sure he was going for a knee drop or a leg drop. Either way, he only hit the mat. Unique maneuver there.
I remember one night in the early days of TNA, him and AJ Styles had a best of 3 series on the same episode of a 2-hour weekly pay-per-view. They fought 3 different times in one show.
It wasn't even called 3 Stages of Hell. It was just a best of 3 series. Kane and
if I
Mark
remember
Henry
correctly, one was a regular match, then a cage match, and a ladder match.
Yeah, but they didn't call it 3 Stages of Hell because non-copyright. Hard Irish Whip. Mark Henry, though, gets the elbow strike up. AJ Styles still phenomenal to this day in 2024. Oh, my gosh, look at the strength of Kane. Able to hoist the big man up, take him down with a power slam. Now D'Lo coming in to try and play. It gets caught as well.
Huge tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
And X-Pac flies over, though. Gets caught, though, by Mark Henry. Driven back first into the steel ring post. D'Lo Brown sent torso first into the turnbuckles, though. Again, D'Lo and Kane are legal.
Reverse suplex there. As Mark Henry just continues to dish punishment.
Yeah, 2 different matches, though, are happening at this point. Mark Henry neutralizing Kane's partner, D'Lo Brown, dealing with the punishment of Kane, distracting him from his partner being brutalized in the Hall of Pain before it was a finish. And the red spat to the back of the head of Kane. And once again, Kane trying to choke slam Mark Henry, though. But Mark, stun gun across the top ropes. Drop kick by D'Lo Brown. Kane is down. D'Lo with the cover. Lateral press. And 2 count. Kane just froze him off the outside. Great power.
And then he sits up, Noah. Almost as if he wasn't phased at all.
And I think D'Lo and Mark Henry are unaware of it as they're teaming up against X-Pac. Kane going up to the top rope out of the corner.
The big red machine flies.
He went airborne. Talk about going over, bro, putting your whole body on the line.
Kane grabbing a hold of Mark Henry.
Yeah, take a look at the replay here, by the way, in this double feature. Big red machines fly. Who knew? Seven-foot, 320-pound missile flying at you with the clothesline. Wipes out Mark Henry, middle of the ring. Here's the cover to retain a D'Lo with the save. Big axe handle to the back of the head of Kane. And this tag team title match, our first match, by the way, folks, will continue. This is quite a way to kick off the official match. Yeah, right?
Yeah, for real.
X-Pac and Kane once again taking control, and I think X-Pac's looking for what you're trying to call earlier, and oh, no!
Bronco Buster on D'Lo.
Bronco Buster in one corner, Mark Henry and Kane finding the other corner. Mark Henry taking down the big red machine for now. And a big splash by Mark Henry to the back of X-Pac while he was bronco-laying D'Lo Brown, the safest way I could put it. Came back up to his feet, though, once again. Got his hand hooked around Mark Henry. Hoisting him up. Choke slam to the world's strongest man. Kane with the cover. And they retain. Good gosh, what a freaking opening contest.
For real, right?
Yeesh.
And on the surface, when you first hear this match is happening, you think this should be an easy victory for Kane and X-Pac. But like you said, a hell of an opening contest here.
A very aggressive back and forward matchup here where Kane and X-Pac in the end put down D'Lo Brown. Mark Henry retained their WWF Tag Team Championships. Take a look at this, though, by the way. The height. Mark Henry laid out, plants it flat with that choke slam. The 400-pound mass of Mark Henry crashing down to the canvas. Well, it looks like now we're going to get an update on Vince McMahon. Then Michael Cole backstage. Damage and go strong possibility. And Kevin Kelly with Hardcore Harley. Everybody what? Little Joe? I wonder if it was related to Little Jimmy. Gee, I wonder why. Hardcore Holly is intense as always.
Pretty much.
I mean, he was always like that, to be fair, you know? I'm not gonna lie. I mostly played as
Hardcore Holly. I don't know what it is about
Holly.
Holly. I was never a big...
Yeah.
Was never a big Hardcore Holly fan.
He was okay. You know, he was okay for what he was.
Like, the most tolerable he was when he was with Crash and when he was bringing Cody out in the beginning. And him and Cody were tag champs for that little bit.
Yeah, and of course, Hardcore Holly's been feuding with Al Snow, where Al Snow's been literally asking him to cause him pain and punishment. Of course, this is for the Hardcore Championship. I mean, we've seen these guys literally fight to rivers, dirty waters, streets in the middle of the rain and winter. And it's like Al Snow just wants more and more and more of it.
Some of the best stuff I ever saw were the matches these guys had in that early Hardcore era. Al Snow giving Bob Holly a snow plow in the snow.
Right.
The two of them fighting in the Mississippi River at the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Just insanity.
Yeah, it was anarchy before anarchy in the arena was a thing, and hardcore was the original anything goes environment. Hey, what does everybody want?
What does everybody want?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got behind the gimmick, but I never got ahead. Al Snow's a likable.
When once I was a wee lad and I was early in my wrestling career, I had a mannequin head that had "Help Me" written backwards on it, just like Al Snow.
Oh, good Lord.
I did not talk to it. It did not talk to me. But as a wrestling fan who was new into his fandom, how could you not get a hold of a mannequin head and then write "Help Me" on it?
What? That's not mannequin head. That's
Pierre. That is his deer head, Pierre.
Deer head Pierre. Okay, well, bell rings are underway. Al Snow was not right, folks. I'm just going to say it for record. Al Snow was never right in the head. I guess what happens, though, when you
I believe JR used to describe him as, quote, goofy as a pet coon.
Yeah, that's one of those vintage lines that I won't, try and Control-C, Control-V, because there's only one good old JR. And, oh, man, big bad body drop by Al Snow, though. Unorthodox as he may be, he actually is quite effective when he actually does wrestle in that ring. The only deer I ever cared about wasn't a deer, it was a moose. His name was Bullwinkle, all right? I used to watch that when I was a wee lad. But I never taught
hey,
it.
Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Gosh, Bullwinkle.
Again.
Lord. Oh, my gosh. TV was so much simpler when I was once a wee lad. Whatever happened to those days?
Right.
Damn it.
We grew up.
Well, some people did. Some people still have yet to figure out what that is, but I'm not trying to put anybody under the bus. If you know who you are, then you know who you are, and I'm not sorry for what I said. Both these men being the hell of each other.
Alrighty then.
Oh, hard Irish.
Big Irish whip sending Hardcore Holly into the steel stairs.
Look, I'm just gonna be real, all right? If the friggin' PTC was a thing back then, and they were as strict about WWF's violent attitude nature prior to the 2000s, they were in 1999, then I could literally go right to censor on anybody's ass here in 2024.
Well, I remember that the PTC actually made a big deal about Al Snow's action figure back in the day. because there was a 2-pack of him and Holly with head in between them. And their whole thing was that, a severed woman's head in between two men.
Yeah, context was
It
clearly
looked like they were promoting domestic violence.
Yeah, context clearly wasn't a thing when it came to the WWF back in 1999 or their marketing strategies. We got a fire extinguisher. I think that, by the way, was a giant cookie sheet that he wailed over Al Snow's head earlier. I wonder if Hardcore Holly knows how to use that thing. Remember, it's PASS. Is it broken? I guess it got a dud. Did you pull the pin? Remember. Pull, aim. Oh! Okay, it works. And cover by Al Snow hook of near leg. 2 count. Pull, aim, squeeze, sleep.
Almost stole it there.
And Al Snow might know how to use a fire extinguisher. That cannot be healthy for your eyes or your lungs. I don't care who you are. Or how gimmick you make it. Again, for the WWF Hardcore Championship here, Al Snow and Hardcore Holly, insert number here. As they go out to the WWF Universe. And now Holly and Al Snow are out amongst the blood-hungry participants that are engaging in tonight's event.
This truly was the rivalry that defended that hardcore title.
Yeah, right? It was not Shane McMahon and Steve Blackman. It was friggin' Al Snow and Hardcore Holly. The Sea of Humanity right now, just taking in the festivities as these guys are going all the way up to the bombs at this point. Holly and Snow are up to the concession
Crash
stand.
Holly took it to the next level with that 24/7 rule, but these two defined the title.
Yeah, and also that title, despite the fact that it looked like a piece of garbage, it actually had more value to it. Oh.
Speaking of garbage.
Well, I mean, at this point, though, don't. Did you just go into the ladies' room?
He might have.
No. That's a women's restroom, you two. Come on. Okay, good.
Well, that's why there's security standing right there, making sure there were no women actually in there.
I guess the popcorn
machine. Thought that Maven had it bad when the Undertaker threw him through the popcorn machine.
Yeah, I'm about to say concession stand brawls. Jeff Jarrett called. Nothing but concrete out there, by the way. Dangerous territory for both of these men. Al Snow grabbing a cold one. And throwing a drink into Holly's face. I think that was powdered sugar. Was that a funnel cake?
Might have been. Or yeah, there's the funnel cake thing right there. Yep.
Oh,
and there's
God.
Some more powder. Some powder under the nose of Al Snow. Did he get that supply from Tony Khan?
I never thought I would say deadly. I never thought I would say deadly funnel cake. But that's what I just saw. Then right now, again, these guys still fighting out. Hardcore Holly's got a little bit of that powdered sugar in his eyes. That's probably worse than powder or salt. And Al Snow with the cover. The 2 count only. Is that Mike Chioda? I recognize those jesters.
Might be. Those punches that Al Snow was throwing, very reminiscent of his old Avatar character.
If they go back inside the arena now, down the stairwell, maybe we'll actually get this mess back inside the ring.
Why? It's hardcore. It doesn't have to be.
Well, I suppose that's true. But you wonder if Hardcore Holly would prefer it to be soft, though, in the ring. Al Snow could care less. Yeah, a bunch of cotton candy there on sale. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh!
Using the whole cotton candy tray as a weapon.
Yeah, the candy carrier concaving Hardcore Holly's head. You know, this is a great idea. This is a great genesis of what became Anarchy in the Arena that, of course, will be calling and also critiquing Sunday night at Double or Nothing. Off the security railing, big leg drop across the back of the head of Hardcore Holly.
I almost called that a leg drop, but it looked more like his ass fell on his head. So
yeah, it might have
not
been
really sure if you can even call that a leg drop.
It might have been a misinterpreted landing, if we're being perfectly honest here. An awkward camera angle. So, oh, God! And I don't think Hardcore Holly is going to get ahead after that.
But
Very calculated foot stomp by Al Snow in the corner, and now wielding a steel chair. I mean, let's be honest. Any hardcore match without a steel chair is not a hardcore match, all right?
This is fair. This is fair. And this was before thumbtacks had to be used for every hardcore match.
I'm not going to lie. I think I prefer steel chairs. And again, he might pull out everything from underneath the ring. Well, there's the table. We got to get the furniture out.
Of course. EC dub. EC dub.
Well, it is 1999. It is 1999, to be fair.
And Al Snow did come from ECW. The Al Snow gimmick was originated in ECW. Head was originated in ECW. So
there you go. Propping the table up in the corner as Hardcore Holly tries finally his feet, catches him with a drop kick.
I will say Hardcore Holly's got one of the best drop kicks in the game, period, ever.
I'm
not his biggest fan, but I will give him credit all day, every day for that drop kick.
I do drop kick history like this. Hardcore Holly, Dolph Ziggler, Kazuchika Okada. Now,
let's give a nod to Paul London with his drop salt, too.
Drop salt. I mean, different context and name, but I'll give you that. Oh, and I'll give Hardcore Holly a great test to show his strength with that stalling drop suplex. Into the cover to win Hardcore title. What? Wow.
Last second kick out.
I thought that was 3. That was a hell of a 2 count.
The last nanosecond. And Emmanuel, the reason there was no chance is because the Dudleys hadn't come to WWF yet.
Yeah, I'm about to say, again, we're talking about ECW. ECW is still very much alive during this time. The Dudleys were still very much a part of ECW.
Yep.
Al Snow hooking up Hardcore Holly.
He's got him set up. Snowplow.
Is it
Snowplow connect.
Look at the
1,
leg.
2. Oh, kicked out of the snowplow.
Another near
Snow's
fall.
finishing maneuver, Noah.
Yeah, about to say near fall now for both men. I think both men have used their finishing maneuvers at this point, and neither's got the job done. Whoa, and Al Snow the chair to the midsection. I'm about to say that can't feel good. That knocks the wind out of you. Those ribs now. I'm just a little bit nervous about what these two yahoos are going to do to each other next.
That's fair.
Irish whip reversal, Irish whip, Hardcore Holly though. Whoop, sent up and over. Al Snow though. Hardcore Holly right now grabbing the hair of Al Snow while Al Snow reaches for her head. Oh, the mule kick.
Trying to get ahead of the game here.
A low blow takes Hardcore Holly down the hard way, and Al Snow's down as well. Still reaching for head. That's not caveman.
Almost like he wants a tag, but this isn't a tag team match. And before you comment about having head as a tag team partner, it did happen. Go look up the King of the Ring 98. Al Snow and Head versus Too Much, who we saw on Sunday Night Heat.
Well, now he's got head. So what's he going to do? Swing and a miss. Hardcore Holly thought he was not a land. DDT on the steel chair. That was lying in the ring. Might be Al Snow's undoing. Cover here by Hardcore Holly and a near fall again. That was a long 2 count. I almost wonder, looking at Head and Al Snow's relationship, was Head worse for Al Snow versus more beneficial?
I mean, that's a debatable topic there. That's a debatable topic. We see Hardcore Holly setting the table up, getting it out of the corner there.
I hurt JJ's brain with that question.
You did because, and I almost went to Andre Chase. It's definitely not a teachable moment, but it is a debatable topic there, in the vein of teachable moments.
There's some moments though that have no rhyme or reason. I'm just saying.
And some classes that you got to sit in the head of to get a head.
Oh man. Well, right now I'm wondering who's
How
going to
many
get
more
a head
head puns
here.
can we get in here?
Well, right now we'll see what happens here. Al Snow able to slip out of the back door. Now hooking up Hardcore Holly, planting a powerbomb through the table and falls face first in the cover. And Al Snow retains. Well, that finish was out of nowhere. We saw who came ahead in that. Body, debris, destruction, agony. That's a hardcore championship match, folks, in 1999. And in general, quite literally.
That's fair.
Al Snow and Head are still the WWF Hardcore Champion after driving a Hardcore Holly through the table. I'll be surprised if Al Snow even knows where he is tomorrow, let alone able to walk on his own 2 feet, stumbling and falling backwards. That was different, to say the least. That was not wrestling. That was a car wreck. Well, with more on the Vince McMahon situation, now that we switch gears back to our main ongoing compelling story of the night, we go backstage now.
Michael Cole with Patterson and Briscoe. I'm not going to lie. I want one of those dress shirts that Briscoe has with the WWF logo right above the pocket.
Yeah.
How cool would it be to have a piece of memorabilia like that?
That would be amazing.
Especially for you, for your summertime calls, leave the blazer out, but have the dress shirt with the logo there.
Of course.
And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for what brings us here this evening. The Godfather, all set to defend the Intercontinental title against Owen Hart as the Blue Blazer.
Yeah. From the Rockets to the Blue Blazer. Blazing his way for the WWF.
And all of this was airing to the people in the arena and around home, the home viewers as the tragedy occurred. This is literally the last thing anybody saw of Owen Hart while he was still alive.
There we go to JR even stumbling right now. Talk about Kevin Kelly and the Blue Blazers. We talked to the Blue Blazer earlier that night.
Yeah, pre-taped interview. That way Owen could go and get set up for his grand entrance. And you pointed it out, JR already stumbling over his words because of what has obviously taken place and already happened. Getting fed in his headset, what to do, what to say.
I can imagine doing that at job on air.
And here we go. We come into the arena now.
It's JR now gives us the news. Owen Hart down the Raptors. Owen Hart, Blue Blazer, very serious situation. Being attended to by the EMTs.
This is not a part of the show. JR had to make sure he reiterated that multiple times.
Well, yeah, because at the end of the day,
This is
this is a
not,
human
this
being.
is, well,
Go ahead.
that, and you figure wrestling has got such a stigma of being scripted entertainment. Like, you've got to let the crowd, the viewers know that this is not scripted. This is as real can get. And you kind of can see the guy behind him, the "Wanna Raise Some Hell" shirt with a beer in his hand. A few moments ago, he was going like this, like, this is not good. This is serious. And this goes for about 15 minutes. Figure probably about how long the match was scheduled to go.
What they had to like figure out a way. Again, the MO of Vince McMahon was always the show must go on. As we talk more about Nicole Bass and Val Venus taking on Jeff Jarrett and Deborah in a mixed tag team action here to come up. This unique mixed tag team matchup following certain circumstances, and again, circumstances out of our control prevented Blue Blazer being out here to challenge for the WWF Intercontinental Championship.
I throw into this video package right now while they try to figure stuff out. You know, they can't keep on Jim Ross the entire time.
No, not at all. I don't blame them, but also JJ. This is,
you know, there's a lot of controversy as to whether they did the right thing or the wrong thing with this, and we have this opportunity to discuss it a little bit while they show this video package, while we get set up for the next match and everything. And I don't know about you, Noah, but I've gone back and forth the last couple of, ever since this happened about it. You know, there's the obvious about they should have just stopped the show. But then there's the business side of it. And I know you hate looking at business, but you got to figure they're 2 matches in to a pay-per-view event.
Right.
You know, do you really send 15,000, 20,000 people home with refunds, lose all of that money? Or do you try to rally the troops, pull everybody together in this time of tragedy to go out there and try to salvage everything based off of what happened, and as weird as it may be to say, what would Owen have wanted? Would Owen want the show to stop, being somebody who was raised in the business, son of Stu Hart, brother of Bret Hart, or would he have wanted the show to continue? It's a very touchy topic, something that's been debated for 25 years. Where do you stand, Noah?
Well, truth be told, there's not really a right answer. I mean, look, as I've come to know you, I understand where you gotta do what's best for business. The show must go on. You've created this for the fans, for the world, for the talent, and you have this circumstance that, is literally life and death situation. I think looking at where we stand now and the scope of humanity and the fragile nature of life in perspective, it's one of those things you don't want people to, at that time especially, dwell on this, but you also don't want people to just ignore this. In a way, it feels like the best damage control was to proceed with the show and the story that was to unfold. But in a way, if they didn't, I honestly do wonder if we would have even gotten Raw is Owen and would have been justified in the way they did it now. Looking at just from my perspective and seeing how JR, again, is just trying to keep the production going, you can't have a mass blackout cancellation like that based on the circumstances that surround broadcast streaming content and the market. I unfortunately, from business, I can't argue with what they did. From a personal standpoint, there is that towing fine line with you shouldn't have did this. So it's just one of those things where it's like, if you are connected with Owen, do you respect the decision? Versus if you are a fan of Owen, do you honor that decision? Or the fact that you couldn't watch him, do you just walk out of the building and say, F the rest of this? I'm of two minds
Jerry Lawler
here, but
finally coming back to commentary. He's been in the ring the entire time, kind of tending on Owen.
But which is why they haven't shown the ring or show anything to us. But and to your point, the entire arena sees what's happening, and they don't have like a live feed announcement. So
No, not yet. We don't. We will get one later on in the broadcast.
guys,
I feel like, you know, you think about the way wrestling shows are orchestrated today with the cool down match before the main event. If this had been the cool down match prior to Austin Undertaker and this happened, I could see stopping the show. I could see, you know, partial refunds will be given out because you've seen the majority of the show.
But this was dead middle.
This was the third match of the pay-per-view. And now we go backstage to Jeff Jarrett, and you can see how distraught Jeff Jarrett is. You can see how shook Deborah is. And again, I hold to the position they should have turned Jeff Jarrett babyface here. Jeff Jarrett is the consummate heel. But in this moment, he should have turned babyface. And you could have had him run it for a few months going up until just before SummerSlam or Fully Loaded. You know, just have that little 2-month run. You know, 2 weeks, not on Raw's Owen, which we're going to do tomorrow, but the week after Raw's Owen, Jarrett defeats Godfather for the Intercontinental title. The belt that Owen was supposed to win here. You pull that trigger, you turn him babyface, you let Jarrett turn heel the Raw after Fully Loaded 99. You still run into SummerSlam, and everything can still go down the way it went down at SummerSlam, where Mark Henry turns on D'Lo Brown. Or you even let Jarrett run into SummerSlam as a babyface and then pull the trigger, have Mark Henry turn, align with Jeff Jarrett. You get him on the mic, the Raw after SummerSlam. I've been playing you assholes all along.
Again, they'll keep us
But
posted,
from
Jarrett said.
this moment until SummerSlam 99, you let Jeff Jarrett run as a babyface, and I think they fucked up by not doing that and pulling that trigger.
Well, again, alternate timeline that Morgan Freeman probably couldn't narrate better than you just tried to book, as JR is saying that, of course, the show must go on. And fortunate circumstances, we don't have the Intercontinental Championship on the line, but we move forward with the program. And despite how I feel about Jeff Jarrett and his other woman in hand by marriage in 2024, 1999, when it comes to Jeff Jarrett and his role alongside Deborah, I actually agree with you with 100%. And I definitely agree. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I was going to go to Emmanuel's comment here. You were going to make a comment about Val Venus coming out. Go ahead.
Something that pisses me off more than this.
No. Emmanuel says, until this day, I don't know how the stunt went wrong or how it broke. Now, obviously, I wasn't there. I didn't do any investigation. But based off of everything I've read, Emmanuel, the rigging they used had a quick release mechanism so that he could get out of the harness during the video package. He was supposed to descend during the highlight reel and get out of his harness when the promo from earlier in the day was being aired. There's a quick release mechanism that accidentally got triggered And that's what sent him plummeting.
Jesus.
That is how it happened, based off of everything I've read.
It just goes to show that modern day engineering is not foolproof.
Hello, ladies.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I would have been Stevie Richards dressed up in the right to censor attire and be like, what is this?
And you got to wonder what's going through Val's head right now. Like, he's out here trying to play business as usual as Owen Hart is on his way to the hospital, probably dead.
And to your point,
but he's out here trying to play his typical shtick, like.
Yeah, and to that point, everybody that's to come up forward, what's going through their minds right now? Heck, what's going through Jerry's mind right now in commentary?
Granted, and not to downplay anything that comes after that, but at least they've got some time to kind of gain their composure to a certain degree and potentially get the word as to what happened.
Right.
They are literally being thrown into the fire covered in gasoline right now, all four of these individuals.
Yeah, and there's no fire.
Nobody really knows what happened. You know that there's people in the arena that are thinking, why is the show still happening? And you've got the porn star, you've got the woman with the puppies, you've got the woman who look like a man, you've got Val Venus with his double entendre innuendos. You know what I mean? It's like they're literally being thrown in the fire with referee Teddy Long, Holla Holla tag team match player, gonna officiate this.
You know, I want to say this is so wrong, but I don't think it justifies my thoughts right now, considering I'm thinking more than just the four people I'm seeing in the ring with Teddy Long. But that's a whole different conversation. Bell reigns are underway.
Bell reign. Yeah. Women get out of the ring. It's going to be Jeff Jarrett and Val Venus to start things off.
I'm going to do my best to not be the Jeff Jarrett analysis guy of 2024 and focus on the Jeff Jarrett doing this match right now in 1999 and try to hold my
fair, it's pretty much the same Jeff Jarrett, but again, you listen to what he said backstage prior to this match, how he was sending his thoughts and prayers to Owen.
Right.
It's like it'd been real easy to make him the baby face here.
Elbow drop by Val Venus right now against Jeff Jarrett as we continue calling the action, the double underhook. And both arms hooked right now, driving his knees into the mid-set Jeff Jarrett.
Beautiful butterfly suplex from
Look at the
Venus.
leg. Our leg gets a near fall. Referee Teddy Long. Great interview with Chris Van Vliet. Irish whip off the rope, starts to need the clothesline. Jeff Jarrett picking up speed, catching Val Venus. Nice net breaker. Of course, Jarrett, generational talent in his own right. The Jarrett name that transcends the wrestling business. Making Val Venus pay for his antics so far with a net breaker. When a country music business star, the chorus out of the Tennessee area.
Nice hyperextension of the arm there as Jarrett dropped back down.
Gets a near fall as Nicole Bass comes in the ring to almost break up the pin.
Nicole Bass, who was part of Howard Stern's Whack Pack back in the day, along with Beetlejuice, who did work with Jeff Jarrett in WCW.
Yeah, a whole different form of the oddities. Nice power slam there by Val Venus. Hook of the leg and gets a 2 count. Able to get the left shoulder up the canvas. It's a very unique circumstance, and that's putting it eloquently.
Yeah, for real.
So it's out from underneath.
Baseball slide through the legs.
Oh!
Huge spine buster from Venus. And he's going to tag Nicole Bass into the ring.
And that means Deborah is legal if she chooses to be. Because Deborah has to come in. It's man versus man. It's woman versus woman. Uh-oh.
Where's Joey Styles when we need the cat fight chant? But Deborah McMichael is no match for Nicole Bass. I mean, seriously. This would be like putting Liv Morgan up against China.
I'm about to say, Nicole's legs is the size of Deborah's entire upper body.
For real.
This is a mismatch, to say the least. Okay, that wasn't very wise. A little feisty side Deborah right now. And now hooking herself on the back of Nicole Bash, trying to take down this giant. And I mean that politely. A sleeper hold applied. Literally being ragdolled towards Jitter's corner. And finally forcing the break. Oh, am I literally? Oh, jeez. But for a big running splash in the corner, and now being driven face first in the top turnbuckle pad. Grabbing a handful of hair, and again creating separation. Now tab made to Jeff Jarrett means Val Venus has to come in. Although Nicole
Coyotes,
Bass
Walter. Coyotes.
Looks like Nicole Bass, though, looks like she wants to tear Jeff Jarrett in half. There we go. Referee keeping law and order.
We get the tag to Val Venus.
Well, again, women versus women, man versus man. And Jeff Jarrett right now taking advantage of Val Venus here. There's the
Not
Irish
to
whip.
be disrespectful, but there was a lot of controversy back in the day where people swore Nicole Bass was a man.
Yeah, I could see why.
So they were definitely trying to play into that there.
And now it's more commonplace in 2024. Side Russian leg sweep. Nicely
Huge
done.
side Russian signature move for Val. Usually he does that before he goes for the money shot.
And I'm guessing that's what this
You
is.
see him. Well,
Oh,
that's just
Lord.
some gyrating.
And I have words, but I'm doing my best to stay 1999 and not go in a dark zone. Big elbow drop. Missed out of the corner off the second rope.
Missed.
Again, high risk, sometimes no reward. Jeff Jarrett right now grabbing the hair of Val Venus. Big elbow strike. Rebound off the ropes by Jeff Jarrett. Cut the arm. And
stroke.
At the stroke, the lateral press too, and Bass breaks it up. And the limitations in 1999 versus what you can do in 2024 really shows how far humanity has decayed. Anyway, oh, wait a minute. Deborah's
got a guitar.
Right
but it didn't break at all.
And no effect. No effect.
Nicole Bass.
And meanwhile, oh dear. Nicole Bass looking to tear the hide off of Deborah, or at least her clothes. Wait a minute, Jeff Jarrett, though, with the guitar. He
got
knows
some
how to swing
puppies
it.
out here.
Wait a minute, Venus. Got dress suplex. Guitar goes flying. Yeah,
And now Val going for the top. He's going to go for the money shot here.
The Theodore Londo's distracted. Got the splash cover by Val Venus, and Val and Bass with the win. Have won this mixed tag match.
Well, at least in this case, I think we got the answer of who let the dogs out. It was Nicole Bass who let the puppies out on this evening.
Quite a unique pairing. Gets the win tonight at Over the Edge. And everyone got a sight to see in more ways than one. Oh Lord. Hey. All right. Well, that's a lockup. Jeez. Val looks like he
likes it.
Look at Val's lip. I don't know if a female is taking advantage of Val Venus like that. I think Val might need a cold bath, and he might do it with Nicole Bass. As we go backstage with Vince McMahon, who's being hoisted into an ambulance. There's a sight I'm not going to get out of my head for a long time. And Shane McMahon right now, once again.
Shane there to taunt and rub it in.
Saying he's going to call right down the middle. That guy's more crooked than a freaking crowbar. Reeling this angle to a kayfabe ambulance angle. Doesn't look good for Stone Cold Steve Austin's chances now, knowing that Shane McMahon may be the only official for the WWF Championship match. Could be a broken ankle.
And remember, if you sent your cable or satellite bill, you could get a pewter pendant of The Undertaker for free.
The things they did back then.
I remember my dad and I actually sent away for quite a few of these little things that they would do back in the day. Like I said, we didn't order this pay-per-view, so we didn't get this one, but
right,
we would send away for quite a few of the things.
Of course, this event sold out in Kansas City. 18,244 on hand there. Coming up next.
Again, going back to what we were talking about during the lull.
Right.
18,244 people that you got to give refunds to.
Yeah.
$19.99 a price of a ticket was a lot cheaper, but let's say on average that's $50 a ticket, because you're going to have the cheap seats and you're going to have the more expensive seats.
It would be a business disaster if they did that. It really would have been.
18,000 seats times $50 is $900,000 that they would have lost.
Freaking near $1 million. And that's just the show itself for the people that were there. Let's not think about the fact that, again,
not exactly
buys,
the pay-per-view buys.
Like if they just literally cut your pay-per-view fee, just beep. What do you think the entire worldwide audience would have thought about that? What about WWF New York? What about the website? What about media outlets? The public news broadcasts. This would have been a huge domino effect, tremendously financially affecting the WWF at the time, from a point they probably wouldn't be able to come back for a while.
Yeah. So again, that's all something that's got to be kept into perspective when people go back and think about, oh, well, they should have just ended it right then and there.
Yeah.
You're easily talking about a $2.5 million loss with pay-per-view, arena ticket sales, and everything else. You're going to lose money on renting the building. You still got to pay for the arena rental.
Yeah.
You still got to pay for all the arena staff that are on hand for your event.
Yeah.
Still got to pay the talent that showed up and was willing to do their job.
Yeah.
At least pay them their downside guarantee.
Well, I'm about to say, they want to get
the people that already wrestled. You give the winners, losers share of their purse.
Right, but the other one.
But the rest of the other 5 matches, you've got to at least give their downside guarantee.
Right.
And then you got to figure guys like Rock, Triple H, Austin, Undertaker had guaranteed money, I'm sure.
Well, The Rock and Triple H being the biggest stars in the entire WWF at the time, bigger than Stone Cold and The Undertaker, being perfectly honest. Yeah, there was no way those guys were not going to get paid regardless. The DOWG doing an interview with Kevin Kelly. BUSS.
Oh, you didn't know?
He walked right into that.
Your ass better call somebody.
I can't believe he caught me with that too. Kevin Kelly walked right into that.
Yep.
Oh boy. The DOWG with a microphone in hand. That's dangerous.
Yep. The Road Dog, and he always kicks that shiznit doggy style.
Good Lord. It's not even... Got the music.
Allow me to do the Road Dog's routine with him.
Please.
Ooh. Here we go. Kicks that shiznit doggy style.
This is one way to bring up the crowd's mood.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X, proudly brings to you Road Dogg Jesse James.
Kevin Kelly standing by with his former cohort that only had to know 2 words. After the fallout with Mr. Ass. He even called himself that. Damn it. I still can't believe you would still call yourself.
Who would have thought that he'd still be wrestling 25 years later and still in as great a physical shape, Noah?
Right?
Bam, bam. Hey, I'm an ass man.
Damn.
We need to get Noah to sing Ass Man next year on karaoke night for wrestling themes.
Let's not and say we did. It's bad enough I have 80s coming up next month. The things I do for friends. Oh, God. The BA double D as bad as Billy Gunn.
What's going on, Josh? Thank you for joining us this evening.
Former best friend, by the way, of the RODD. Mr. Az right now teeing off against Road Dogg Jesse
Bell
James here. Bell
rings.
Rings.
Looks like we've got
been a very
Timmy
wild...
White as the.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You were saying.
So it looks like we got Timmy White as the official here again.
Well, again,
This
you
is
said
personal between these two.
Yeah, and you also said yourself they had 2 referees at that time that were not named Shane McMahon.
No, they had a good little rotation. You know, they had
That's right, Teddy.
They had Teddy Long, they had Tim White, they had Kyoto, they had Hebner.
That's right.
So they at least had a good four referees.
Yeah, and only one was controversial. The scoop slam there by Mr. Ass. Drops the knee.
And that would be Tim White, the one who tried to commit suicide multiple weeks in a row on Raw.
Hey, yeah, that was not wise.
Josh, private message me that question. We're not here about that tonight. We are here reliving the tragedy of the loss of Owen Hart here from Over the Edge 1999.
And honoring the Blue Blazer. Off the ropes. Takes him down with the elbow. Back elbow strike. And a clothesline takes Mr. Ass to the outside. This capacity crowd on hand red hot tonight. Firmly behind Road Dogg Jesse James. And it looks like Mr. Ass wants no more. Trying to distance himself here from his former friend and colleague. Of course, back then there were several...
I used to have one of the Road Dogs Beware of Dog shirts.
That's vintage. I mean, again, back then the WWF had so many great tag teams, though.
Oh yeah, man! I'm not going to take anything away from the tag teams of today. I will even give the Devilish Young Bucks their due. But man, you look back in my day, you look at the New Age Outlaws, the Acolytes, the Holly Cousins, the Hardys, Edge and Christian, Dudleys. You know, you look at Harlem Heat, the Steiners, you look at the Outsiders, man, we had some great tag teams back then. Then you move into the Ruthless Aggression era and the world's greatest tag team, Billy and Chuck, Too Cool.
Chavo and Eddie Guerrero.
Yes, Los Guerreros.
And right now, Road Dogg is looking to show Mr. Ass his ass. Instead, showing him his fist in his face. Irish whip here, up the ropes, and front over the top goes Road Dogg to the outside.
Maybe I'm just partial to my era, but I don't think the teams of today could hold a candle to those guys.
Oh, no. I agree. I've already told you my stint when it comes to tag team wrestling and the state of it, not necessarily in the WWE only, but the wrestling industry. Although I will say WWE probably has the most depth, but WWE has the most potential. Badass Billy Gunn right now, driving his adversary, former compadre, face first in the steel ring steps. Last time tag team wrestling was at its prominence was when Teddy Long was in charge, players.
That's fair.
Holla.
Here we go to make everybody feel old as hell.
Oof.
Josh was 2 when this happened.
Now you all can do the math on that. Breaking the count. Referee Tim White right now.
Since you just joined, Josh, I'll go ahead and repeat. I was 22. Turned 23 that August.
And now you know.
So I'm 20 years older than Mansfield. Let that sit in and percolate.
The numbers, what do they mean? Billy Gunn with the front face lock. Looking to hoist up Jesse James.
Stalin there. Oh. Beautiful stalling vertical suplex. The strength of Billy Gunn.
Taking down the hard way. And slow fall for the cover. Lateral press 2. No.
He really was WWF's modern day Lex Luger at this time.
A narcissist.
He was the total package. He just got burned by The Rock after that King of the Ring victory and was never the same.
Well, I mean, again, when you lose to The Rock, you kind of are SLL. Especially back in 1990.
Well, he didn't even lose to The Rock. It was just he was supposed to go into SummerSlam for that feud, and The Rock just roasted him on the microphone. And it was over at that point.
Well, again,
the match was inconsequential.
Right.
He had already been buried on the microphone.
And again, if you couldn't back it up on the mic, especially then, you were basically on life support. The strength for Daddy Ass, or excuse me, sorry, Mr. Ass, 2024 and 1999.
Okay, that's what you know him as today.
Well, yeah, I've watched the evolution of this guy. To your point, he hasn't aged. Cover, hook of the leg, 2 count, and he still is not retired. From the
Although you got to figure his day is coming. I can't see him going for more than another year or 2.
Well, clearly, I mean, come on now, seriously, how much more does he really need to offer us in the ring, let alone this business?
I think he could still offer us a ton in the business.
Well,
in the ring, I will give you that.
Irish whip. Hard Irish whip. Oh! A clothesline. Almost a flying clothesline. Again, you don't know anybody better than your own partner. You probably don't hit anybody as hard either than your own partner. Of course, we'll see that with Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta this Sunday at Double or Nothing. People that knew each other and were tag team for 5 years.
Yep.
At this time, these two weren't even together for 5 years.
No. They've been together about 2.
Yep. Camel clutch right now, or excuse me, Accolade. Being applied right now by Billy Gunn, driving all of his weight down on the back of Jesse James while cutting up the supply of oxygen to the brain. Jesse James right now trying to create separation, find leverage, getting up to his knees. Somehow back up to one knee here. Again, Road Dogg needs to do something here. He's got to do something here to counteract the strength of Mr. Ass.
Well, right now he just needs to get himself some distance. Once he gets some distance, then he can worry about offense.
Oof.
But as long as he stays close, Billy's got the strength and power advantage over the Road Dogg.
Yeah, and to your point, all it took was one net breaker to stop Road Dogg in his tracks. As Raz right now just literally feeding off the ire and the hatred of the crowd. I mean, you don't make money by arguing. You make money by winning. I'm just saying. Even in 1999. Driving his boot right now to the side of the head. Very slow, methodical approach. He wants to make sure that he hurts Jesse James and take his time with it. A sleeper hold applied here.
He wants to prove that he was the best wrestler in the New Age Outlaws. Road Dogg may have been the showman, but Billy was the better wrestler.
I would
And
almost.
this feud right here is really what kind of set Billy on that path. Like we said, this was May. He then won the King of the Ring the next month. And then going into SummerSlam to try and have that fight with The Rock. And that was the whole promo with talking to God. Bob, but my name is Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is. Dead.
I remember that promo. And right now, Jesse James might be literally going out here. Tim White drops the arm down once. That arm drops down 3 times. Mr. Az will win via ref stoppage.
That's 2. One more time, and that's it for Road Dogg.
Nope.
No.
Jesse James still has lives left in him, though, trying to feed off the fans here tonight at over the edge. And trying to create separation, trying to pick up speed here, trying to neutralize the power of Mr. Az. And now with his own sleeper hold, thrown off though by Billy Gunn. And once again, taken down with a bulldog. Mr. Az goes face first into the mat. Ducks underneath the right, and
Oh, juking and jiving here.
Yep, he's ducking, jiving, and he's nailing him. And Road Dogg drops the knee and the cover kick out. Woof. So close off that great Fury offense. As Mr. Az rolls out of harm's way for the moment. Oh! What was that? Did he
Timekeeper's hammer.
Yeah, but did he just know what the Timekeeper's hammer?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, about to say that Mr. Az just literally knocked the Road Dogg's lights out. And a hook on the near leg.
Hooks
Are you
the leg.
kidding me? Oh!
Road Dogg still has some fight in him somehow, some way, Noah.
I'm not even sure he's cognitive enough to know where he is. I thought he had him there. Irish whip, though, by Mr. Az. Going to follow up. Big splash to the corner. Caught coming in with a right. He knew it was coming. Cover, lateral press. Billy Gunn got his shoulder up. Though the feet were underneath the bottom rope as well. Bad position by the referee. But still, the match continues. German torso first. Billy Gunn right now just getting worked over by Jesse James. And looks like he's removing his tape here. Oh, just throwing that tape right into the throat, lunging it into Road Dogg. And a Fameasser! After that shot to the throat, cover by Mr. Az. Mr. Az with the win. Mr. Az wins it. Billy Gunn right now, he did whatever it took. He went to those lengths that he had to put down his partner to steal the victory.
And it's funny that you made the comparison earlier to Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta, because I kind of feel the same way about that match coming up here on Sunday. It's kind of like, if Trent Beretta doesn't win, what are they doing?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like Billy needed this win to really distance himself from the Road Dogg and to create that separation in the New Age Outlaws. Same thing I feel this Sunday at Double or Nothing. If Trent Beretta doesn't win, they've already screwed it up.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where hindsight's 20/20, and I think if someone's going to move forward in a different direction to back up their point towards why they did the decision, then they kind of have to win, their first real final confrontation. And stay tuned more for our thoughts on that match and so much more, folks, right? Because JMN Multiverse of Media, courtesy of me and the Renegade, in collaborations with Superman Studios and Cast the 18 Studios, as we will be doing sleep predicting for Double or Nothing Saturday, following our play-by-play coverage of King and Queen of the Ring, as we're backstage with Michael Cole and Shane McMahon.
Yeah, I won't be able to be there for that because I've got to go straight to work after King and Queen of the Ring. So if you want to know my thoughts, check out No DQ's predictions that aired earlier this evening, as I joined that panel last minute and gave my predictions for Double or Nothing on that.
Gotcha. Well, of course, everyone knows they can follow me on the social media platforms. I'll have forums for both WWE King, Queen of the Ring, and Double or Nothing. And that's the way you put your names in the league. So be sure to follow me on the social media, folks. Both those forums will be out tomorrow. as we get ready now for 8-man elimination tag team action. And the corporate ministry. Did someone, by the way, get the Union out of that locker room yet and move that forklift?
We'll have to find out here momentarily as the corporate ministry makes their way to the ring. The contingent of Viscera, the Big Boss Man, Farouk, and Bradshaw. And I miss these acolytes, man, with the Sharpie chest tattoos.
Right.
Like, I always thought that was so badass.
Yeah, you wonder if people actually thought those were real tattoos back then.
At first I did. First I did. They had them on there really good, like they never really came off.
Well,
So I thought that was legit. And I mean, you look at all the other wrestlers that have ink, it would have been easy for that to have been real. The music's playing. Don't see them coming.
There they are. And they have got to be
there they go.
furious.
Somebody did let them out.
Well, I mean, we had to have a match at some point, right? Of course, the Union made up and comprised of Mankind, Ken Shamrock, Big Show, all the way in the back, by the way, and who's the other guy?
Test.
Yes, thank you, Test. I forgot Test was a thing in 1999. 500 pounds, the biggest athlete in WWF, Big Show.
This is Test before he started, quote unquote, dating Stephanie McMahon.
Right.
Because you got to figure at SummerSlam was the Test and Shane match all about Test dating Stephanie. So that would start up here shortly after this.
Right. Well, we got 4-on-4 here. Again, 8-man.
Bell rings.
Match.
So we basically got a Survivor Series match in May.
Yep. As they return to the locker room. And this match continues until one team is completely eliminated. And it looks like we're going to start things off with the biggest member of the corporate.
And it looks like Test starting.
Interesting strategy by both sides here. But considering the corporate ministry only has one, anomaly in Viscera, why you have arguably two over in the Union with Test and the Big Show, might as well bring out your heaviest force to cause destruction. Nice power slam there by Viscera. Off the ropes again. Big elbow drop, and Test able to get out of the way here. Test right now fighting back, of course, the Irish. But to your point, the Union was formed out of the people that were wrongfully terminated by the corporate ministries head honcho. Oh, God, what a power slam. And that might be it. It's Test eliminated. No. Test got a shoulder up at 2 9/10. That's pretty impressive right there after that power slam, especially with all that weight coming down on you, the size of Viscera. They drop kick, takes Viscera off his feet. And Test right now trying to take down the entire corporate ministry. Might later regret that. Belly to belly.
Ooh.
Big belly to
belly.
belly.
Huge belly to belly from Viscera.
Yeah, big quote unquote. The Tad to Bradshaw now. Dropping Test with that elbow to the back. Inside Russian leg sweep. Floats over, lateral press, and 2 count again on Test. That's not right now. Might need to make a tag to one of his members of the Union. Test there needs a clothesline. Dodges the clothesline from hell. Drives a big boot to the face of Bradshaw. And Bradshaw, wait a minute. Oh!
Double leg takedown.
Just teeing off against Test now. Again, we know Bradshaw loves to fight. Doesn't matter what freaking identity Bradshaw is. He does love to fight. Whether it's in a bar or in a ring.
Oh, yeah. This was my Bradshaw, though, dude, for real.
Right?
Even APA Bradshaw, but him and Farouk together, that was my Bradshaw.
Damn. Well, hey,
I
as long as
hated
you
the
had plenty.
JBL gimmick, but then again, you were supposed to hate it. So.
Woof! Of course, cover.
Nice
Sue.
scoop slam.
Of course, he was everything that every common person hated, a pompous rich man. Worse than that, he was a Republican. Off the ropes. Back elbow strike. If you know, you know, folks. Oh.
I try to stay out of the politics here.
That's
Kane
fair.
is a Republican too, but I mean, you know.
Yeah. Well, again, I'm not political. I'm simple. Off the top rope goes Test. Big elbow drop to the heart of Bradshaw, and Farouk saves his acolyte.
Just right there.
Yeah, again, though, right now.
Shamrock tried to come in, but got caught by the referee.
Again, this could absolutely cost them here as the clothesline from Hell connects, and Test is eliminated. Bradshaw got the clothesline. Ken Shamrock got the kick in. But the Union now down 3-4 here against the corporate ministry. Again, no love lost here with these two. Ken Shamrock picking up Speedo off the Irish whip. But Bradshaw catching Shamrock. Far away
All-away
from.
slam.
And Test right now. The first man that will return to the locker room. Close out from Hell counter by Ken Shamrock. Clicking the arm. Possible cross arm breaker. And Farouk again coming to the aid of his acolytes. There is no doubt in my mind, though, Ken Shamrock's in my background. That very well could have been a submission. Ken Shamrock so
definitely.
diverse,
If you'd been able to get that locked in, huge head scissors.
And discipline in the Lion's Den. Oh, there it is. There it is. Takes the arm down. Uh-oh. And transition to the ankle lock. And that ankle lock is in. And Bradshaw submits. Bradshaw eliminated. We are down 3-3. Now it's Farouk and Shamrock. Big power slam by Farouk. The cover. Oh, their fall. And we're back to an even playing field for the time being. Viscera tagged back in. The guy that started the match here. Big Show has yet to come into play, actually, which I think is very smart strategy by the Union. Again, look at the size of Viscera. Oof. Side slam, cover, 2 count. Shamrock reaching down deep in whatever reserve that he had to kick out of there. Off the Irish whip, of course. Starts to meet the clothesline. Ken Shamrock, the faster of the two. Now trying to take Viscera down. No way. No way. That's like climbing a freaking tree.
Looked like he was going for a crucifix pin.
Yeah, and Viscera just dropped the elbow on him. All that forward downward body weight on the chest of Shamrock somehow only gets a 2 count still. Irish whip now. It's Farouk as the legal man. Ken Shamrock once again picking up speed. Drives his elbow through the jaw of Farouk. And right now, Shamrock might just be on perseverance at this point. And that single leg kick up against the face of Farouk right now. Uh-oh, and got cut. Oh! That was a modified suplex. And now Shamrock might be looking for the ankle lock. Sees Viscera and Big Bossman trying to come to the aid of Farouk. But it's in now on Farouk. And Farouk right now might be the second victim of Ken Shamrock's ankle lock. He's going to give it up, or is he going to make his way to the ropes? The boss man saving Farouk right now while the officials is preoccupied with Mankind. He's got to break it, though, since he made it the ropes. And Shamrock, I think Shamrock is on. Oh, okay. Oh, my! What the hell?
Huge belly to the referee, and Shamrock going right back to that ankle lock.
Yeah, he's relentless right now. Someone get him off him. He like literally injure this man. Looks like Shamrock's been eliminated via disqualification. I don't blame him. Mike Chioda just got literally planted. And speaking of which,
and here comes the Big Show.
Look at that power. God! Forward down with the choke slam. Big Show with the lateral press to cover. Count by Teddy. Farouk's been eliminated. And now the Boss Man. And we all know the stories with Boss Man Big Show, especially following this time and era. Again, Ken Shamrock got disqualified because he was looking to break the ankle of Farouk. And Farouk's out here as we are down now to, I believe, 2-on-2. Bossman and Viscera for the corporate ministry, and
It's
Big Show and
Bossman and
Mankind.
Viscera versus Big Show and Mankind.
Yeah, for the union. Thank you, JJ. Big Bossman, of course, right now jaw-jacking here. Might be looking for a test of strength. I don't know if this is wise against the Big Show. Oh, boy, look at this. Oh, God. Clothesline takes Big Bossman down. Former correctional guard, of course. All knows about dealing with hard times of a different sort. And driven to the outside by the Big Show, but still on his feet, though. For those that don't know, Big Boss at this time was 6'6" and 330 pounds to Big Show's 500 pounds. And Big Boss, man, is he taking a leave? What the hell?
Looks like it. Looks like we may get a double count out for these two here, Noah.
Yeah, Big Show following Big Boss Man in hot pursuit. And and look at this sprint. Look at this sprint by Big Show to Big Boss Man, bringing it back inside the ring. That was insane. And again, these are huge men right here, and freaking Big Show looking like a sprinter. I've never seen a man that size move that fast in my life. And oh God, what a deal!
Jesus.
Yeah, I got him goozled around the net, just threw him halfway across the ring. Now driving.
I wonder if Mankind was working injured around this time because he hasn't done a whole lot in the ring yet.
He hasn't even been in the ring yet, to your point, JJ. That's a very good point. I don't think he's been tagged at all. The big right hand, though, Big Bossman just trying to take Big Show off his feet. It's going to take a lot more than that, though. If speed is on Big Bossman's side here to take this guy off his feet, though. Now Viscera coming in. Maybe a double team effort here by the corporate ministry. And finally takes Big Show down. Now Big Boss with the cover, lateral press. Nope. 2 count. And a sleeper hold attempt now by Big Boss Man to the Big Show. Big on big. That's pretty much what you got to do, though. When everybody's the same size when they're down on the mat, you want to wear down somebody that is a bigger adversary than you. You got to cut off the oxygen. Chance of Foley running out. I mean, to be fair, I don't know necessarily Mick Foley was ever 100% around this time with all the damage he's endured. I'm just saying. And figure, by the way, to those that are actually watching our retro watch-along event coverage, reactions, chat, and engagement here for the first time in JMN Multiverse of Media history as we honor the late, great Owen Hart in what is part 1 of a 2-night honoring, as come tomorrow, we will have Raw is Owen. And right now, Teddy Long with the arm up. And again, folks, tomorrow night, that is Raw is Owen. Of course, honoring the late, great Owen Hart, the Blue Blazer, the Rocket, whatever you want to call it. Former King of the Ring, of course. The King of Hearts as we prepare for King and Queen of the Ring this Saturday that we will cover here at JMN Multiverse of Media. And right now, we have Mankind coming in here, and it looks like everything's breaking down. As Big Show was able to skip out of that submission hold. Well, what the hell? God! Big Show hoisting up Viscera. I already saw a friggin' Andre moment earlier tonight. Big headbutt to Big Boss Man. We're down to 2-on-2, by the way, in this 8-man elimination match. And Mankind teaming up against Big Boss Man. I have no idea who's legal at this point, by the way, JJ. I don't think Teddy does either.
I believe Bossman and Foley are legal.
The Boss Man and Foley inside the ring, to your point, while Viscera and Big Show are finding up the entranceway. Teddy Long focusing on Boss Man and Mankind. That giant leg to the back of the head of Mankind. Seen that many times from the Boss Man, even when he was adorned in the light blue officer uniform.
Yes.
Because I remember those days.
If you ever take a trip down to Cobb County, Georgia.
I'm not singing. You're not doing it. No. You're not getting it out of me. No. Even though that is one of my favorite themes. So cheesy.
What will you be serving, Noah?
No. Oh, God. The Big Boss Man driving Mankind torso first into the steel ring steps. And I believe now this has come one-on-one because Big Show and Viscera have literally gone backstage. They're gone. Technically speaking, this is 2-on-2 still, 8-man elimination match. And we're down to 2 men. They're covered by Big Boss Man here. Preferably, I guess, who will get the win here would win it for their team, right?
One would assume.
And right now, Mankind might be going to sleep here. Courtesy of the Big Boss Man caught in the sleeper hold. And somehow fights his way back up. And again, you see the cravat just wrenching at the head and neck of Mankind. Mankind still fighting back, though, with the elbows to the midsection. Trying to create separation. Oh, combat that big right. Oh, and a single boot just dropped Mankind. And Mankind's starting a little bit woozy. The cover, 2, and a kick out. Got another near fall there, Big Boss Man. It's just one of those things right now where it feels like this match, it's like, yeah, what do you do at this point, you know?
And to Emmanuel's point, he thinks this match killed some of the time that the Godfather Owen Hart match may have been supposed to be.
I completely
and that's a fair
agree.
point.
It feels like this match is getting a little bit more rest reprieve to fill in airtime for the pay-per-view, quite literally. Up the ropes.
I mean, and with it being an elimination match, it makes sense because you can kind of, you know, stretch those out.
The double iron DDT. Well, to also that point, I believe there's only 2 matches left after this. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
It's Sucko. Down the throat, a Big Boss Man. Incapacitating
Mr.
him.
Sacco.
And the referee's calling it. And the Union has won this 8-man elimination match. Well, that's an abrupt ending. Well, the Union gets the win here as Mankind gets the win for his team. Incapacitating Big Boss Man with assist from Mr. Sacco. Referees were down. I still don't think Mike Chioda woke up yet. Man got counted out. Farouk's probably got a bad ankle. And I still don't know what the hell happened to Big Show and Viscera.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's fair. Did they go back with JR? Tragedy be failed.
This is the announcement.
Yeah.
I have the unfortunate responsibility to let everyone know that Owen Hart has passed away.
Damn. As we move towards a much more volatile situation that is literally alive and breathing with The Rock and Triple H. See that intensity, of course, in Triple H's eyes. As these 2 men right now are just teeing up here in this video package. Again, that sledgehammer shot to the broken arm against the steel ring steps, then braced against that coffin, then locked inside the coffin while he was literally being sledgehammered while inside the casket, the ringing that The Rock must have felt and the vibrations and the sudden sharp shots of that coffin hitting The Rock's body with nothing he could do about it. That just goes beyond sadistic. He literally broke the coffin lid. Oof, man, he was bludgeoning and bleeding too. Oh, the physical punishment that The Rock faced. Oh, here we go. Oh, well, dip. Wait a minute, Triple H with a sneak attack. The Rock here right now. Wait, what's that? Surgical scissors? Is he cutting away the cast? Oh, Mankind now coming in. The Rock's aid. Looking at The Rock was literally about to get his cast taken off in China with a shot to the back. Oh! An iron pipe now to the back of the head of Mankind. I guess the Triple H wanted to take that cast off The Rock. As there's your theme, JJ.
Yes, sir.
For those that are wondering why he may be quiet, for those that don't know, it is 12:26 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9:26 p.m. Pacific Time. We are all tired as bleep, have work in the morning, and we're sticking this thing out to the end. And thank you for those that are also crazy like us and enduring and tuning in. We love and appreciate all of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, we have Triple H
you
coming
guys,
out.
we say it all the time. You guys are why we do it.
No matter how fatigued we might be, because I'll tell you right now, I'm fatigued as shit. But I'll be damned if I'm not going to finish this. Of course, we know after this, there's only one match left as Stone Cold Steve Austin will defend the WWF Championship against The Undertaker. Special guest referee only one, it seems, Shane McMahon. Prior to that, though, we got The Rock and Triple H going one-on-one, but Triple H looks to destroy The Rock and his arm in the process. China, of course, the knife wonder of the world, standing as only she can, opposing beyond all belief. And the referee for this match, to your point, JJ, Earl Hebner.
Yes, sir.
Oh, boy. Nothing controversial happened at all here, I'm sure.
Of course not. It's only Earl Hebner.
Kind of freaking gladiator before Mad Max was a thing. R.I.P. Joni. Man, he really did have that voice back then. Rock! Good grief. His voice is a lot deeper, or either that or his throat got a lot more choked out and caused his voice to become that. It looks like Triple H might be calling to see if Rock even is going to come out here. Are we going to get a count out? Did the match get off? Got broken arm, stitches in his head, bruised ribs. Nowhere near 100%. Well, I should have known better to think that Triple H was actually put down the People's Champion. To this day, to your point, JJ, he still is going in 2024. Here it comes.
Oh, yeah.
But again, he's trying to rearrange feeling in that left hand and arm, JJ. He's literally fighting with one arm at this point. And here comes The Rock and Triple H and The Rock renewing hostilities here in the WWF. Getting it on once again. What's going to be another scintillating one-on-one encounter. Shane, of course, did say, though, that if The Rock's not going to wrestle with that cast off, he will force it off. And obviously, Triple H and China were trying to do that earlier. Hard Irish whip, big clothesline. Takes Triple H off his feet. Yeah, again, the way that they handled this announcement, not just during the pay-per-view, but post-pay-per-view, 1999, folks. It could have been handled differently, but as far as pay-per-view goes, I think they did the right approach. And afterwards, it is what it is when it comes to your thinking. Oof.
Yeah,
Again, now $1
exactly.
million back then actually was a lot more than $1 million nowadays. I'll tell you that much. As any game show winner. This is going to be a very physical match. Earl Hebner, good luck keeping both
Every
these men
time
in the
these
ring.
two
But
get in the ring against each other, it's physical.
yeah, I'm about to say, Earl Hebner, good luck getting these men back inside the ring, let alone keeping them inside. And Ratterman face first in the apron. Now sent into the audience over the security barrier. A Rock on the outside while Triple H is on the inside. A big shot there. And literally, The Rock might as well use that as a weapon because it's on his body. I mean, that cast, it is what it is when it comes to how much pain he's in. The fact that he is literally wrestling injured. Irish whip. Triple H driven hard in the security barricade. Taken down with a clothesline. And I don't blame The Rock for what he's been through for, taking these type of tactics against Triple H if he chooses to use the cast to his advantage. Or Hebner shouldn't blame him either.
No, of course not.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
We've seen the history between Hebner and Triple H as well, especially during that championship run of his.
The Rock's going to do his own commentary, it looks like. Oh, look out. Watch out. Hugo Savanovich. Right hand by The Rock and a big I love you
Always
to
loved
Owen.
when Rock did commentary during his own matches.
Nobody did commentary better than The Rock when it came to wrestling and commentary. Oh, no. And a catch driven across the announce table. And again, as the catch goes flying off after being partially cut open by China Triple H earlier, now being used as a weapon by Triple H. And right now the catch being used as a weapon. And the damaged arm of The Rock completely exposed right now as Triple H throws The Rock back inside the ring. Right with a broken arm at this point. Again, how tough is a one-armed man in a ass-kicking contest? Triple H
doesn't look like he's that effective right now, especially when you're going toe-to-toe with the cerebral assassin.
And literally only being taken off his feet, up to his feet by Triple H himself as the boots are being driven down to him in the corner or having to try to create separation here. Triple H relentless, though, on this assault. This aggressive nature brought out of Triple H ever since the unholy union with the corporate ministry. And right now, Earl Hebner admonishing Triple H, trying to create some separation and regain some law and order here. Again, good luck to Earl Hebner.
Right.
Fans trying to get behind The Rock, trying to get him back inside this match. Triple H and The Rock right now teeing off, and The Rock trying to get the better of Triple H. Kick to the midsection, though, stops that attempted offense. Rock hoisting on Triple H, though, big Samoa drop. And the cover by Rock and gets a near fall.
Good high-impact maneuver that the Rock can deliver there with his arm being bandaged up.
Yeah, I'm about to say, with one arm, if nothing else. Again, shout out to High Chief, of course, Maivia, Rock's father. Just need to close that again. Rock with that speed. Runs, though, into Triple H's knee. Caught the Rock in the face.
Rock's
cover. Hook of the
grandfather.
leg. Near fall for the cerebral assassin. Of course, China is also there at ringside. The ninth wonder of the world. And a difference maker, to say the least. Oh, wait a minute. China right now. Oh, come on! China right now assaulting The Rock's left arm. Earl, you need to get rid of her. And right now, literally
China paying dividends for the corporate ministry.
Oh, God, that's right. The audacity of that woman. Again, I understand, exacting some revenge and helping an agenda, but the man's wrestling with a broken arm for Pete's sake. Rock got
Well, he shouldn't be wrestling with a broken arm.
You're right. The Rock on his own end, the Rock on his own tail end of a SmackDown. And Emsley right now measuring the Rock, running in with a clothesline. Both men collide down hard on the floor. Or Hebner, I believe.
That almost looked like a botch. Rock looked like he was getting his arm up for a rock bottom to hook Triple H and deliver it, but Triple H's momentum was too much that they both went down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be a rock bottom out of nowhere on the floor, to your point. But again, for momentum, it's hard to fight gravity. The Rock right now teeing off with the rights, trying to regain some momentum. Big DDT! Both men down middle of the ring. That snap DDT is always a difference maker for The Rock, and so beautiful when he hits it. Drapes the arm over for the cover, and a near fall. As Triple H's left shoulder barely breaks contact with the canvas. China still watching on the outside right now. Again, Rock literally wrestling with one arm here, trying to use the right arm for any leverage he can. Oh, no. Armbar takedown on the broken arm by Triple H. Great strategy. MJ right now, again, the reason they call him the cerebral assassin, calculated, cunning, downright cynical right now is this continued assault on the damaged left arm, focusing his attack strictly on it and driving his knee where the elbow joints meet.
You figure his idol was Ric Flair growing up, and this is vintage Ric Flair. Target an injury, pick the body part, break it down, hyperextend so that you can eventually get a submission on it.
Triple H right now driving his knee, to your point, adding pressure to that arm. Again, that arm is broken while maintaining wrist control. And Rock right now trying to get back up to his feet, trying to create some leverage, find a way to separate himself from Triple H, who just rips his arm down on the mat. And Rock, by the way, if he's able to actually counterbalance that, he would not have been driven off his feet. Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Oh, the steel post.
And Steel wins every time. Emotionless, no mercy, no give against the human body. At this point, though, I do wonder when the referee actually steps into play for the safety and well-being of the athletes versus the pride of them. The Rock's arm breaks across that top rope. Kimura lock. Triple H using that bit he can of that 5 count. Oh, and a big hard right by The Rock. And once again, The Rock going back to the rights, going back to the strikes, the Brown to the dance, the Irish whip, though. The Rock front up the ropes. And The Rock sent hard to the outside, landing on the damaged arm.
Up and over to the floor.
Yeah, again, that's
no
a hard.
bueno.
Yeah, that's a hard landing and a strong distance to fall down. Oh, God. Broken arm driven against the steel ring steps and not on The Rock's own will as he screams in pain. And Triple H now hammer locking the bad arm and driving The Rock's shoulder first into the steel ring post. Again, nobody going to be able to call it quits. At least 10 minutes ago, I'll come back later when I'm 100%. But again, The Rock, he's the people's champion. Too much pride. No ordinary man.
That's fair.
Triple H right now bracing that arm, though, against the security barrier. And again, further damaging it. This beating, though, the amount of punishment The Rock is not only withstanding, but sustaining. Could have long-term career effects. He brings it back inside. Triple H in firm control right now of his adversary. Irish whips, though, reversal by The Rock, reversal by Triple H, though. The Rock, Triple H creates separation. Triple H was looking to take Rock maybe up and over. Rock, hook it up, Triple H, possible rock bottom here. Oh, Triple H finds a way to create separation. DDT by Triple H. And Helmsley nails The Rock again. Sudden impact. Wait, what's China doing?
China's got a steel chair, giving it to Triple H.
He knows he can't use that. He'll get disqualified. Triple H got the chair on Earl Hebner, taking the chair away. At the end of the day, Earl Hebner enforcing the rules as he should, damn it. He's the referee. And senior referee of the WWF will not take any of Triple H's nonsense. Yeah, he's being hurt. He's
giving Rock the time.
Oh! And that's what he gets for that, apparently. The hell, man.
Giving Rock the time that he needs, though, to get back to his feet. You can see him starting to use the ropes to get back to a vertical base here, while Triple H focused on that chair. The bell rings.
Yeah, about to say, Earl Hebner
Triple H has been disqualified.
Yep, Triple H has been disqualified. The Rock somehow still fighting back with one arm. Now The Rock with the chair in hand. Look out now. Brain Triple H. What a shot right between the eyes. Right with a broken arm. Triple H with a busted head. Oh! The referee tried to raise The Rock's arm, but The Rock wanted none of it.
I think he was grabbing that injured arm, though.
Yeah, but I'd say that was maybe on instinct or impulse. He knocked Earl Hebner the fuck out. And Triple H has been busted open
bloody
as
now.
He was face first to the ring post, courtesy of that chair shot. Bleeding like a stuffed pig here on the outside. Now The Rock assaulting the game.
Hindsight being 2020, not sure if Triple H bleeding is a good idea on a night where Owen Hart plummeted to his death with blood on the side of the ring.
Yeah, I agree. How much pent-up frustration and anger? How long has The Rock been waiting to do this?
Forever.
Oh! The electric fan just braining Triple H's head. Further opening that wound. This has gotten volatile at this point. I mean, again, Helmsley was disqualified. Earl Hebner was knocked out. And unintentionally or intentionally, you be the judge. And right now, we got a very serious situation here prior to our main event. John's got another chair. Get to the midsection, though. And Triple H now coming up to the right. Oh, man, inverted contact, though. China driven to the outside. I think the chair collided with her head. Now Triple H, though, hooked by The Rock. Uh-oh. Oh, God!
Rock bottom.
Uh-oh, and JJ, you know as well as I do, there's
And
another
we're going to
move
get
the
to
People's
see it here,
Champion wants to
Noah.
do. Go ahead and say it. This will wake you up. No, wait a minute.
Right here in Kansas City.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. Got to get the chair set up here,
Chair
right on the
assisted.
face.
Oh, boy. With a bad arm?
Rock throws the elbow pad. It's time, Noah, for the most electrifying move in sports entertainment, but China trips up the leg.
Whoa, hey, whoa. The Rock with a handful of China's hair. Oh, that ban. And the chair. And Triple H now unleashing on The Rock with that chair against the damaged arm. But here comes Mankind.
Mick Foley coming out to make the save.
That steel pipe in hand. That's the same steel pipe that China tried to use on Mankind earlier. And China and Triple H finally looking to take a powder and reserve themselves for another day. You saw the look in Helmsley's eyes, though. There was a look of no remorse. There was a look of no absolute relentless nature. He did not want to stop doing that. It wasn't for Mankind. We might have literally seen The Rock leave in an ambulance. Well, you didn't get to call it People's Elbow, but you do see the People's Champion standing tall, grasping his left arm, winning this proverbial match via disqualification. Talk about being pushed over the edge, quite literally. I'm not sure who was pushed over the edge more, The Rock or Triple H. Rob, broken arm and all, still standing on his own 2 feet. Will leave on his own accord, a winner. But folks, coming up next, yeah, about to say, you want to go ahead and take this one? Huive.
Coming up next, folks, the main event as the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin defends the WWF Championship, his own Smoking Skull belt, mind you, against the leader of the Ministry of Darkness, the Dead Man, the devilish phenom, the Undertaker.
Of course, this all was brought when a dark matrimony was almost made at the expense of Stephanie McMahon after she was kidnapped. And Vince literally went to Stone Cold for assistance. In the end, Stone Cold was not going to allow this unholy union to happen. And he saved Stephanie McMahon from the Ministry of Darkness.
It's a nice day for a black wedding.
As Vince McMahon was reunited with his princess, his daughter, Stephanie McMahon, courtesy of his greatest rival, the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. As the corporate ministry was formed. And Vince McMahon literally walking into the lion's den, assaulted by this new business relationship brought to him by his own son, Shane McMahon. Which, of course, has led us now to this moment here, where Stone Cold Steve Austin will defend the WWF Championship against The Undertaker, and Shane McMahon is the special guest referee. As we're looking at this video package here prior, we've seen Stone Cold thrown off stage, screwed in matches, braced up to the Undertaker symbol. Of course, WWF Commissioner at the time, Shawn Michaels, sent Shane McMahon over the edge, pun intended, because special guest referee Vince McMahon was appointed as well for this match.
Got to make it fair.
It's one of those things, though, at this point that we don't know who truly has all the power, all the control. Where is law and order? Is there fairness here? According to Shane McMahon, there isn't none unless the corporate ministry are the ones making those rules and decisions. After there was a trap set up for Stone Cold Steve Austin, he got the better of The Undertaker and literally braced that man against his own symbol and hoisted him up high above the ring. Again, folks, we're just looking at this video package here. Hell to pay, hell to be unleashed. Will the Lord of Darkness come to light as the new WWF champion, courtesy of special guest referee Shane McMahon? Oh boy. Well, Shane McMahon's done everything possible this entire night to ensure that the corporate ministry has every tool available in their arsenal to make sure that The Undertaker will leave with the WWF title. Special guest referee Shane McMahon coming out on his own accord, all by himself currently. As we know, Vince McMahon has been eliminated from the picture. He will be the only standing official here for this match, and technology apparently is being a butt. Yeah. Thanks to his filthy, despicable, dirty attacks from Sunday Night Heat, Vince McMahon has been neutralized and hospitalized thanks to what seems to be a broken ankle. Dirtiest referee shirt I've ever seen worn in my life by the dirtiest official ever. A little bit disingenuous. Wait a minute. Patterson. Pat Patterson. Apparently he's going to be here to replace Vince McMahon in the role as the second special guest referee. And making sure that Stone Cold is not screwed out of the WWE Championship. Whoa, 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 whoa. Patterson may be 58 years old, but he is the inaugural WWF Intercontinental Champion. He will not take Shane McMahon's bullcrap. As we wait for the challenger to enter into the arena. I wonder if JJ actually fell asleep. Which I wouldn't blame him, God bless him. We had technology issues, I'm not sure. We'll find out by the end of this thing. If I have to close this thing out, I most certainly will. Or he had to reboot his device, or his device rebooted. I have no idea what happened, folks, but you're just with me now as we... There we go. What happened, bro?
Technology.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
As
we wait for the Undertaker to make his way down.
Just getting like all kinds of spiraling on my...
Yeah. I figured Mother Nature's being a fickle mistress, putting it politely.
All right.
Personification of evil. The Minister of Dark, the Lord of Darkness. A former WWE champion. And what has been your favorite form of Undertaker in his career? And ultimately, probably his most sinister.
That's why I liked it. And this cape, the robe and everything, it just screamed evil to me.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, you want to talk about somebody that's personification of everything dark and evil, and it's not named Castlevania video game. It was definitely this version of The Undertaker that was leading the corporate ministry. Trying to wed Stephanie McMahon, the daughter of Vince McMahon, in unholy matrimony. In a plan that was apparently all orchestrated by Shane McMahon. See Paul Bearer, of course, also in Undertaker's corner. There's a very real possibility that Undertaker might be leaving this event, the WWF Champion, once again. Undertaker right now staring a hole through Pat Patterson's soul. The first ever WWF Intercontinental Champion, of course, back in 79.
Yes.
Again, with my love for that championship, the particular white leather strap, I don't care about the new one. I have to know the history of the Intercontinental Championship to a degree. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. And the match hasn't even started. Oh, no. Oh, God, come on. Well, Pat Patterson was just playing with a choke slam, so I guess we're back down to one official again. Go, wait a minute. Oh, boy. The ultimate opposer of authority. You don't give a damn who stands in front of him. As this place has erupted for the arrival of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Bubba's run away. The Undertaker and Stone Cold teeing off 1-on-1 against each other. Barroom brawl right here in Kansas City in the middle of a WWF ring for the richest prize in the WWF. Big back elbow strike, though, by The Undertaker. Drives Stone Cold to the outside. There's one referee officially here right now, folks, and his name is Shane McMahon. The dirtiest red and white striped shirt you'll ever see in a WWF ring, as you see Pat Patterson being assisted outside the arena. Undertaker right now. Oh! Good job by the Rattlesnake there, countering Undertaker, using the ropes. Going up top. The big flying clothesline by the Rattlesnake. Good the cover by Shane. Counts the 2. Undertaker
How
kicked
often
out.
do you see Austin come off the top rope like that? Like, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm about to say little to none. Even back then, I don't remember Stone Cold flying off the ropes. You see right now, he's just stomping a mud hole in Undertaker and walking it dry. Put the boost him, and Stone Cold reminding Shane McMahon exactly what he thinks of him.
Just telling him that he's number one.
Well, again, Stone Cold also knows he can't lay a hand on Shane McMahon. He can show him the finger all he wants, but he can't lay a hand on him, or he risks getting disqualified. If he does, he loses the WWF Championship. Shane McMahon said that himself.
It's accurate.
Oh, man, the Undertaker taking a cheap shot from behind, right to the throat. Again, we talked about it before. It would be breach of contract earlier if Stone Cold didn't compete unless Vince McMahon was willing to take that spot. It would also be breach of contract here right now if Stone Cold puts his hands on the official in this match. And the Undertaker right now having his way with Stone Cold driving his boot into the larynx. A very slow count, by the way, by our official. Undertaker, of course, looking to take his time here against Stone Cold Steve Austin, looking to claim his second ever WWF Championship. Back elbow, reverse elbow strikes here by the Undertaker out of the corner. Big uppercut, though, follow up, and Stone Cold right now being rattled by the Lord of Darkness. Irish whip, reverse Irish whip by Stone Cold. Hard Irish whip. Undertaker caught the boot, though. Takes Stone Cold down. And the Undertaker right now working over the left leg, driving his elbow into that knee brace. And Stone Cold Steve Austin in a world of trouble right now. Undertaker looking for a submission. Colin, good to see you, by the way. Get your prime cuts, folks. Of course, we know the extent of leg injuries that Stone Cold has had over the legacy of his career. But Stone Cold will never quit on you.
Except for that time when he took his ball and went home.
And Austin right now using the good leg right now, driving it across the head of the Undertaker, forcing separation. And Undertaker right now being just assaulted by Stone Cold, opening up a can of whoop ass and driving his elbow on the back of the head. Stone Cold breathing new life. That sledgehammer accent on the back of the head of the Undertaker. Now bracing the leg up against the bottom rope. See how Undertaker likes his legs being worked over and damaged. All that weight driven on the ankle, the left ankle of the Undertaker. And right now, Shane McMahon saying that he's not going to do that and to stomp a little bit above the belt, if we're being honest here. Again, let's keep in mind, though, there is a loophole to this. Champion's advantage. Title can just has to be a pinfall or submission, or if he touches the official. If Stone Cold gets disqualified, he keeps the championship. And Shane can't do nothing about that.
Well, but with that being in mind, do you think Shane would call for a disqualification on Austin, knowing that's the only way he could keep the title? Or would he allow Austin to keep going in an attempt to allow the Undertaker to find a way to win?
Well, you saw earlier what Stone Cold was doing when, again, Shane was starting that 5 count because Shane knows if he disqualifies Stone Cold, he doesn't get the WWF Championship.
Exactly.
Stone Cold knows how to play this for a game. Playing the elbow, even though it's going to be a very difficult game to win, he knows how long he could draw this out because Shane only has so much power to decide the WWF Championship. As long as Undertaker doesn't get Stone Cold trapped in a pinfall or submission, Stone Cold has the advantage. Undertaker teeing up against Stone Cold here on the outside. Shots to the midsection. Fingers extended right underneath the jawline of the Texas Rattlesnake. Austin right now probably have a hard time swallowing after this. Guzzling down those Steve Weisers.
What?
Irish whip, reverse Irish whip. And Undertaker sent knee first in the steel ring steps. The Phenom right now driven knees first into the steps. Both men on the outside. Again, Tyler cannot change hands via count. Shane McMahon's trying to bring both men back inside and trying to help the Undertaker for that matter as well. Look at Shane McMahon trying to pull away the Undertaker here. Again, Stone Cold can't touch Shane, but he can pull away the Undertaker all he wants. course, the match also doesn't end until we have a decision inside the ring if this ref refuses to count out. Austin right now grabbing the leg trip. Takes Undertaker down, another stomp.
Kick to the groin there.
Yeah, right on the inside of the rough leg there. And driving the elbow right into the joint of the left leg of the Undertaker. And of course, if Undertaker doesn't have that base, he doesn't have what he needs for that height on the choke slam. And JMN right now trying to aid the Undertaker any way he can. Undertaker's legs being worked over by Stone Cold. Undertaker, though, with the body scissors, though, trying to get the body scissors on the Texas Rattlesnake here. Driving those elbows right into the point of the head. JMN trying to do everything possible to make sure that Undertaker leads with the WWF Championship and Stone Cold doesn't get disqualified. Undertaker right now looking for armbar of sorts, possible cross arm breaker. Stone Cold able to change position though.
Well, Austin getting disqualified is directly in Shane McMahon's hands. Again, it's a matter if he wants to pull that trigger to save the Undertaker or if he wants to allow Austin the liberties so that Undertaker can bring the championship to the corporate ministry.
Again, that left knee has been heavily worked over, though. Big damage done as Stone Cold drives his weight again into the joints of the Undertaker's leg. Talked about earlier a one-arm man and ass kicking contest. How about a one-legged man? Undertaker driven to the outside now. Legs braced up across the... Oh! Down goes Paul Bearer. Paul Bearer got too close to Texas Rattlesnake, and he struck. Oof. Undertaker creating separation, driving Stone Cold into the security barrier. Undertaker probably going to have a little bit of a hobble in his step now for the rest of this match. While Bearer paid the price, getting too close might have helped his Undertaker. Stone Cold's back driven into the steel ring post, and the challenger having his way with the champion for now on the outside. It is a slow, methodical approach. Again, back on the left knee. Undertaker's been working on the left knee primarily in this match, while Stone Cold's been working primarily on the left leg. And Stone Cold driven over the barricade as Undertaker looks to follow him outside. Very dangerous place out here. Nothing but concrete amongst the people. Austin trying to fight back every way he can, but Undertaker with a stiff shot takes Stone Cold off his feet. WWF Champion not down for now. Again, I don't think anything good's going to come out of this as long as these men, oh my, are on the outside of the ring.
And to Emmanuel's point a little earlier, this is really the first time tonight the crowd has been alive, especially ever since, the tragedy occurred.
Well, they witnessed the tragedy. That's not something you just easily look past and try and regain your happiness like that. Took a while, but it sounds like, they finally got to that point. Undertaker now, big shot to Stone Cold, up and over the security barrier, back inside the ringside area. Again, we talk about Undertaker, the personification of evil. Look at this right now. Undertaker choking out Stone Cold Steve Austin with what looks like one of those camera security cables. And JMN right now starting his super slow 5 count here. Well, look at that count. You might as well be watching your thing at half speed. Austin right now might have some control here, but he has no control as long as Undertaker is the one dishing out the punishment. Uh-oh. What on earth is Undertaker doing with these steel ring steps? And Austin right now in a very vulnerable position. Austin is hurt. Seriously. Barely able to freaking walk or throw a punch right now. Undertaker, what the hell is he doing? Oh, God! Undertaker just used the steel ring steps as a weapon up against Stone Cold's left leg and knee against the steel ring post.
Causing Austin to just collapse there.
Trying to shatter his ankle, or well, no, he did that. He's trying to shatter his leg at this point. Again, how evil are you to literally set up your own father for a downfall? Attacking that assault, of course, that Shane McMahon did earlier alongside his corporate ministry against Vince McMahon, making sure that he would not be involved in the decision at all.
Definitely pretty evil.
And Undertaker right now, pinpoint stomps to that left leg. Stone Cold in a very vulnerable state. You might as well order a cup of coffee with how slow Shane McMahon's counting. Anything but a pinfall for The Undertaker at this point. Of course, Stone Cold was the aggressor in the earlier going, and Undertaker, of course, has taken advantage ever since that Paul Bearer distraction, and might be looking to finally hoist Stone Cold up for a choke slam. And right now, just wearing away the Texas Rattlesnake. Almost a chokehold of sorts here, literally. Not a legal choke, but still. Stone Cold, though, still trying to fight back. Throwing the rights, all he can, against The Undertaker. Standing his own 2 feet, and one shot takes Stone Cold down. Of course, if you look at the height differential here, Undertaker with about maybe 3 inches on Stone Cold. The weight differential in favor of The Undertaker as well. Oh, wait a minute. Attempt to raise his edge counter. Quick clothesline. Undertaker up and over, though. Lands on his feet on the outside. Undertaker right now trying to bring Stone Cold outside. But Stone Cold with enough power on those legs drives Undertaker over the announce table. What the hell? Oh! Austin got The Undertaker right now in a very precarious spot. Laid out across the announce table. Undertaker face first. And again, Shane McMahon can start his count only once. But again, he knows he can't disqualify Stone Cold if he wants to try and seize the WWF Championship. Undertaker on one leg, Stone Cold on one leg. And Undertaker literally driven face first in the English announce table, I believe. And what lengths will Shane McMahon do as the official to try and make sure Stone Cold loses the title versus what lengths Stone Cold and Undertaker will do to come out with the WWF title? Irish whip, Undertaker thrown off, Undertaker picking up speed, though, doesn't hit a clothesline. Lopez press countered.
Great counter by Undertaker there, turning it into a spine buster.
Spine on the pine, vicious spine on the pine. You see Stone Cold grasping his head immediately off that. It definitely surprised me. I've never seen a counter like that. The Lopez press countered into a spine buster. That's an incredible stop of momentum right there, and a show of strength. For Shane McMahon again, he holds the power decision in his hands. Oh my gosh. That Paul Bearer right now with the shoe in his hand. Literally crowning Stone Cold Steve Austin. Again, take a look here on the replay. Watch the Lopez press countered. Stop. You might as well pause your screen for a second as Undertaker plants Stone Cold with a vicious spine buster. The Undertaker right now, once again, back controlling the outside. Yeah, not going for a pinfall or a submission at this point.
Undertaker just like admiring his handiwork here.
Handiwork? What do you mean handiwork? It was Paul Bearer that hit them with the damn shoe over his head. And Undertaker right now and Stone Cold once again back on the outside. Undertaker just teeing off against Stone Cold Steve Austin with the security barrier, the only thing keeping Stone Cold off his feet at this point. And champion right now is reeling. Up. Stone Cold, though, is trying to fight back, driving the Undertaker face first security barrier, and once again trying to get the better of his challenger, bringing him even further away from the ring, teeing off with a big right. Down goes the Undertaker. And Austin right now letting Shane McMahon know, screw you. Maybe the arbiter, but I'm the decider at this point how far I'm willing to take this. Again, can't be counted out. Undertaker punching the set. Right for that glass of sorts. And Undertaker's head went for another one of those hanging panes of glass. Undertaker's head literally got crowned. Not broken glass out there. It's a dangerous area for all three men. Now driven into literally part of the staging. And these guys are way far away from the ring at this point. You might as well make this false count anywhere. Nothing but concrete and steel out there.
Brawling out by the production area now.
And Austin right now, again, teeing off against The Undertaker, up against that concrete. And those bleachers tarped up. And JMN literally yelling Stone Cold to get back in the ring. Again, he's not going to count anybody out. This match would have ended eons ago if this was a regular official. But he's going to do anything he can within his authority to make sure that Stone Cold does not leave with the WWF Championship. That is the mission statement for Shane McMahon by the end of this thing at the end of the day. And right now, Undertaker really reeling at this point, and Stone Cold looking to send The Undertaker for a ride across that gurney.
Whee!
And that elbow driven right down across the head. And again, Undertaker laid out across the concrete floor, but again, you can't get a pinfall or submission out there.
He was rolling 2 years before he even used that song.
I was about to say, Limp Bizkit was 2001 when they got famous for that song. Even I remember that because, again, WrestleMania 19 before 40 was the GOAT for me. You know about those big uppercuts, though? Again, those uppercuts are a game changer for The Undertaker.
Most definitely.
One of the best pure strikers in the game with that big right, just rattling the rattlesnake. Teeing off against that bald forehead and Stone Cold down again as we are just now by the ringside. Now the champion rolled back inside the ring. Looking to take advantage here now. Austin's got to once again regroup and rethink a different game plan. Because as long as he's not on his feet, Undertaker will have the advantage at any time. A size 17 or 18 boot, that's a big shoe.
For again, real. Not as big as the big shows, though.
True that. Again, though, the slowest count I've seen, a snail could move faster than Shane McMahon's arm for a 5 count. You see Shane McMahon right now, not admonishing, but encouraging. Wait, what's he saying? Undertaker right now has got everything under control. Shane McMahon, though. And Austin right now trying to find his way back up to his feet. Shane McMahon right now, and talking to Paul Bearer about strategy, might cost the Undertaker there. I think Stone Cold got a low blow. Drives the knee and the elbow across the eyes. Here's the cover. Is that enough here? And three count. Damn it, Shane, it's a 3 count. Oh, come on. Austin's got to be careful. He can't let his temper get the better of him. If he touches Shane McMahon, he loses the title. Paul Bearer just threw the Undertaker a chair, though. Austin able to stop the Undertaker with that assault. And the Irish women. Oh, no!
Austin didn't put his hands on Shane. Taker did.
And Taker fell against Shane McMahon. We got no referee, though. Chair shot top of the head, though. Undertaker's down.
Somebody's coming down.
Referee coming down. The cover. 2 and oh! And the Undertaker got the shoulder up, courtesy of Gerald Briscoe getting at 2.5. As again, we're trying to find a referee to replace the injured referee, Vince McMahon. Big boot, though, right between the eyes of Stone Cold here. And Undertaker taking down Gerald Briscoe. And that should be a disqualification right there. This match should have been over at least 3 times now. Shane's down, Briscoe down, Patterson gone, Vince gone. Title is at stake here with Stone Cold and The Undertaker. Undertaker once again picking up speed and flies through him with that clothesline.
Jesus.
JMN is down. Undertaker's down. Everybody's down. It's a human car wreck out here. And look at
And here
this.
comes Vince.
Vince McMahon hobbling on one leg. We thought when he left her earlier in an ambulance. Vince McMahon making... again, I don't know if this is the smartest decision, but damn it, it's a needed decision. Broken leg or not, hurting or not, Vince McMahon is going to come out here and do his job and preserve the entirety of the WWF Championship. Austin looking for the stunner. Undertaker able to take him off, though. Both men picking up speed. Both men collide middle of the ring. Stone Cold and Undertaker down. The mid-air collision as Vince McMahon is starting the standing 10 count. Vince McMahon counting right now. One of these two men got to get back up to their feet or this match will end and Stone Cold will retain the championship. Austin will retain the title on a count out.
Both men sit up.
Both set up, both squaring off, middle of the ring. Good grief. How much are you willing to beat the shit out of one another for a title? Stunner! The stunner! Stunner, by God! And the counter by Stone Cold, the count by Vince, too. And Shane breaks the count up. Damn it. The second time Austin had this match won. And Shane McMahon costing him again. And Vince finally taking Shane off his feet. Now look at this, though, as Shane drives The Undertaker into Stone Cold. Wait a minute, what? Shane just back. Are you fucking kidding me? Shane McMahon pushed Stone Cold Steve Austin into The Undertaker. Austin stomping the hell out of The Undertaker while Shane McMahon is seizing the WWF title, calling in the corporate ministry. There's a star with a big boss man. And how many of you are going to get one? Austin's going to fight for his life, but Austin is no longer the WWF champion.
There come Farouk and Bradshaw, the acolytes.
Yeah, Austin, though, is still cheering camp, but it doesn't matter. Damage done, mission accomplished. Shane McMahon and the corporate ministry are now in possession of the WWF Championship. The WWF has been seized and taken over. And we got a new WWF champion. What the hell is going to happen next? As that's it for tonight's Part 1 presentation. For the American Wrestling, JJ Williams, Listen Noel Foster, RIP Owen Hart. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We hope to see you tomorrow night for Part 2 of this retro watch-along event as we bring you Raw is On. But that being said, JJ, close this freaking thing out. I'm tired of shit.
Well, I do want to take just a moment to touch on, again, hindsight being 2020. I think they should have had Austin retain the title on this show.
Yeah, I agree.
I've pointed it out to us in private. I've even pointed it out a couple times when hyping this on open mic night. But the Devil just won the championship on a night where Owen Hart passed away in the ring.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
They could have held this over, not for Raw's Owen, obviously, but for the following week, Raw, the same week where Jeff Jarrett defeated the Godfather for the IC title. Done this there, moved the belt to the Undertaker. And, it would have been 8 days difference.
Mm-hmm.
But it wouldn't have been the night of the tragedy.
Exactly.
Like, that's something I've always had a little, just never sat right with me.
It wouldn't be the first time that I've questioned WWF decisions. And doing this with you just makes me even like, why did you do this? Why? Simon Miller, why? But why?
But again,
why.
The show must go on.
Yeah.
Undertaker was peak ministry at this point. It made sense for him to defeat Austin.
Yeah.
Just probably not the wisest decision in retrospect.
No.
But as Noah pointed out, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow night as we take a look and revisit Roz Owen. That'll be at 9:00 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern time. And then, of course, Saturday, King of the Ring. I believe our coverage for that is kicking off at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. And then Double or Nothing on Sunday. I believe coverage for that is kicking off at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Because, Tony Khan has to load things up currently with 10 matches. That's reasonable. But we've got Rampage tomorrow and Collision on Saturday for him to add another 5 or 6 matches.
Damn it.
There's going to be some buy-in matches, the pre-show matches, there's going to be a couple more additions.
I know.
But thankfully, they always come through. They always deliver. But again, we know that this has been a unique, to say the very least, watch-along event, a very somber show to cover.
Yeah.
But and if any of you guys have issues with us having done this was all my idea. I felt that with it being the 25th anniversary, this was something that needed to be done. It needed to be done. They always say for 9/11, never forget. And Owen Hart and this tragedy is one of those things that I feel kind of say the same thing, never forget what happened, when it happened, where you were when it happened type of tragedy. So we thank everybody that joined us this evening, everybody that tuned in. We thank the 3 of you that super chatted for access to the Discord so that you could watch the event along as we watched it to cover it. There are still 2 spots for Roz Owen tomorrow. If anybody would like to super chat and claim those. If not, then we'll just leave it the way it is. Noah, thank you for joining me and giving this show your voice as always. And we will just leave it as that. Have a good night, everybody. We will see you guys tomorrow.
Have a good night, folks.